What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolfbrother Mythos, and this is Wolfbrother Hobbies. And with me is one of the greatest painting teachers of our generation. We have here
Rob from the Miniatures Paintbrush. Hello, friends.
And he is the man who will teach you to paint every mini to increase at least one skill.
Yes, that's true. I always like to make progress. I like to get better.
And not me, I am all about stagnation. No, I'm just kidding.
That's hilarious.
How are you guys doing tonight? It is good to see you all.
What's up, chat?
You can see Brother Rob here has got a perfect angle. You can see the minis he is ready to paint, and he is dressed for the occasion. He's got this really cool shirt that says,
"Eat, sleep, paint minis, repeat."
What's really cool is I have a very similar matching shirt that says "Eat, Sleep, War Game, Repeat." So
yeah, I have Warhammer repeat too.
Nice. So next, when we actually hang out in person, we can match.
Twinsies.
And because of our height difference, we'll be the twinsies like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, goodness. Yep. I am.
Hellwork says, let's get this frosty party started. He says, I need those shirts.
Yeah, Amazon. Sponsor. If you want to, Amazon. If you want to.
You know, they have the Amazon affiliates program.
Yeah, that's true. It would be a pittance, though. A pittance.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing that would hurt you at all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't have the... I don't think either of us at the moment have the traction for it, but I imagine if you were one of those channels that it'd have, like, you know, millions of views, you know, you could generate a little side income from it.
That's all we need. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's buckle in, get millions of views on this channel. Make it happen.
We're both going for diamond play buttons right now.
I'd settle for a sticker of a play button.
That's fair. That is fair. I have myself one of the T-Turtle shirts, and it's a little D&D shirt of course, a Wolfbrother with a sword and shield. It feels very appropriate for a Wolfbrother.
Uh-huh.
Happy birthday, Mythos. Have a great night, gents. Thank you so much, my brother. You have
That's
an
right.
amazing
You had a
night.
birthday.
I did have a birthday.
Yes, you did.
And it was awesome. In fact,
yeah, what did you do?
It started at midnight. My wife and kiddos had me sit in front of get in front of the computer, and my favorite character from Baldur's Gate 3 is Lae'zel. And
yeah.
So when I opened my eyes, I had a happy birthday message from Devora Wild, the voice actress for Lae'zel, and wishing me a happy birthday in character.
That's so cool.
It was awesome. And actually, I have it here, in case anyone is interested. I'm probably going to put it on here in just a second, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
That was an epic way to start my birthday. And then spent some time with my wife and kiddos that night. And then I woke up early the next morning. I went and met Brother Atlas for breakfast. And then we played
so cool.
We played some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. And at breakfast, Atlas hooked me up with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game for the Switch. He says it's the most modern one that's non-PvP that still has access to a lot of the great cards, so I can build just about any deck. So yeah, I'll be doing some playing on the Switch here in a little bit and getting my game on.
Very cool.
And I lost the first two matches. one was just a rough draw. It's funny because I have like um, 6 combo starters in a 40 card deck, and I didn't draw any of them that game.
Oh,
So the first one was just a rough draw, but luck of the dice be like that.
mhm.
You have a comment in the chat, Mr. Aya, and some money.
Mhm.
uh, but and then the second one I lost, which was just it was a good back and forth. Like I drew stuff, but as is kind of the back and forth of Duel Monsters, he just happened to have the right cards to, you know, to get rid of the things that I had, which was I like a good back and forth. And then the third game, I just popped off first turn and, and dealt some massive damage first turn. And my Cyber Dragons, I think maybe my favorite deck that I have.
Sweet.
I got to do a great big Chimera Tech Dragon combo first turn, and so I took my Cyber Dragon, I evolved him into a Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon by absorbing 3 of his monsters. And so it was a big 4,000 dragon. You only start out with 8,000 life points in Duel Monsters, and so I got to hit him for 4,000. And then I played a card called Duality, which lets me tag out for an equal level light or darkness monster. So since it was a light monster, I had to tag out for a dark. Since it was a dark monster, I had to tag out for a light monster. And so after the original 4,000 hit, I tagged out for a Cyber Twin Dragon, and then I got to smack them again 2 more times for 2,800 apiece. So I dealt over. I think I dealt around 10,000 damage, which is awesome.
Overkill much?
Yeah, it was pretty.
I love
It
it.
felt pretty good. So I had 2 games where it didn't combo, but then that third game, it was just like right out the gate. It felt great.
The stars aligned.
Yep. My brother Kyle says, "Happy birthday, brother! Thank you so much, brother. It's. Hope you're doing well out there." And
Did you say there was a message for me in the chat?
Yep.
Oh, what does it say?
It just says Mr. Aya, and then it has the tongue sticking out emoji with the dollar bills. Or no, it's just
Oh, okay.
actually it's just might just be a green tongue. It's either the cash tongue or a green tongue. I'm not sure.
That is probably one of my students.
Oh, I
They
figured.
found me. And then I mentioned that I'm over here live on Fridays. So I guess
Oh
they
yeah,
sub.
on your latest tutorial you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, hello. Hola, buenas.
My brother says the 4 of them are doing great and watching right now. Hey, I got the whole family around.
Nice.
Good to see you guys. I actually, so I have a what do you call a playlist on the channel right now, just of the past live streams, which for some reason I never did that before. But I have a playlist of the live streams, and the playlist is it's called For Bjorn and Ludo. They're puppos, because when they leave the house, it helps them to have familiar voices talking, and so they sometimes use my voice from our live
Oh,
streams, and yeah, so I have a whole playlist. I mean, it's all the past live streams, but it says it's named For Bjorn and Ludo, which is cool.
oh,
So
that's so cute. You are very endearing.
well, thank you, my brother. So then after playing some Duel Monsters, we went across the street to a comic and game shop called The Adventure Begins in Conroe, Texas. Really great shop.
Nice.
It is a massive 2-story shop. So like downstairs is where you can buy a bunch of stuff, and then upstairs it's just all play area for like they have, I don't know, a dozen tables for wargaming, tons of pre-made, like painted up terrain, very immersive sets, just huge huge containers of terrain for everyone's use.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can really make some really nice setup tables there. And then even beyond, so a lot of places will make you share spaces and cannibalize tables between their card community and their wargaming community. But they have
Right.
nice big tall tables for wargaming, and then
Nice.
separately in this in the same like open space, they also have like a dozen or more smaller table like a sit down tables for card playing. So
Yeah. Card
it's a
plays. Yeah.
yeah.
Yugioh and stuff.
And then downstairs they have so much in the way of comics, cards, wargaming stuff, paints. They even carry like the three of the different ranges of army painter, two thin coats, and some
Nice.
like the something armory. It's a paint brand that I'm not familiar with, but they're mostly in like military kind of colors and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Garrett, my brother. And that's another thing I did over this past week. Brother Garrett in the chat there, and along with some of my other friends, Roxas, who is often here in the chat, my lovely Lily, and a few other friends. We finished off the last episode of our Vampire the Masquerade campaign this week.
Oh, to
And
tell.
it was so cool. And so we ended up facing an outsider, a very Cthulhu-esque, entity that
Uh-huh.
was, kind of doing that had been kind of haunting us throughout this thing, and I mean, massive casualties all through. This was like a city-wide event, and it all came like eventually the different houses, the different clans of the vampires were all individually being attacked. And
Oh,
so
wow.
the prince of the city had kind of brought all the clans together and like this huge like skyscraper style hotel, and had different clans on different floors and stuff like that, but somewhere where like the different clans could run security together and kind of come together against this outside threat. Except for one of the clans that wasn't in attendance, they had booked it out of town, which was the Tremere.
No, suspicious.
Well, it seemed like they were running from the same thing that was attacking everybody else. Like,
Okay.
they had called for, the Prince of the City had called for an emergency consolidation of the clans, and they were like, GTFO, we're out. And they had never really had like a major presence in the city, anyways. Yeah, exactly. Um, and uh, um, so, anyways, we were
You got
all
out of there.
we got
Yeah.
out. Yeah, they got out of there. Eventually, we were out doing missions and stuff like that, figuring things out.
Oh,
Some of the party had been infected with cross-contaminated blood that, where they had mixed several things together, like vampire blood, um, uh, loot, or I mean, werewolf blood, stuff like that, and it also reversed some of the effects of vampirism. Like, not it
really?
didn't really take away their strength, but they were able to be exposed to sunlight. They wanted to be awake during the day. You know,
Oh, wow. They're super powerful then.
not really, because there were some side effects. It just didn't take away their strengths.
Right.
They desired to eat food and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. And they didn't immediately throw it up like most vampires do. Thank you so much, Gamesburger. And so, new place to visit when I come down. Absolutely, I'll definitely take you by The Adventure Begins next time you come down, my brother. It's a great show.
Likewise.
Massive. Yeah, you too. So,
I might
uh,
get out there this summer.
but all that, they were infected with whatever that was, and then on top of that, of course, the fact that they had that blood, we'd come across facilities where a werewolf was being tortured and having his blood extracted, and there were signs of elder vampires that had gone missing in this area, and like they had been experimented on too, but the bodies were gone. There was lots of like weird stuff going down, is because of all the supernatural threats we knew of, this wasn't one of them. This was some kind of weird outside force that seemed to have some kind of. We kept calling them outsiders in the same style that Harry Dresden does, but it was almost kind of you know, uh, um, uh, Cthulhu-esque, you know.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. So fear based. Yeah.
yeah, and so eventually, this entity. Uh, oh, and then of course at one point we were working with the FBI, who
Huh.
were also supernatural hunters, you know, and they're like, okay, well, we're not going to hunt you, but we need you to hunt this thing, you know. We need your help hunting this thing. And so the FBI thankfully didn't kill us or, you know, arrest us, which is nice. Uh,
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah, they betrayed us at the end.
Oh,
They,
jerks.
they were actually cultists who not only were deliberately seeking this entity, but they turned out to be Tremere cultists, so it seems like the missing vampire clan was involved and just made a
I
pretense of
knew it.
hunting. You did call it. Um, and I gotta say, it was so crazy. So like, I have some high rolls sometimes some low rolls, sometimes some just absolutely abysmal rolls. Uh,
Yeah.
this for this finale, this last boss fight against the Cthulhu-esque entity, I was rolling crit after crit. I don't know what was going on,
It's
except for my
about
willpower
time.
roll. My willpower roll, I rolled literally 5 ones, all ones.
Oh
Out of
my
5
gosh.
dice, I threw 5 ones. But that's okay because
What
when
are
it
the
came to doing
odds?
the superhero stuff, I was just like crit after crit after crit. Like
Hmm.
it was pretty crazy. Like I
It was
rolled,
pretty crazy.
it was pretty crazy.
It was pretty crazy.
So yeah, so we're in it, and this thing is like made of like a tar, like sticky, shadowy substance, you know, right? And so at first we couldn't hit it, but then they were the people who had like uh, Garrett was playing a La Sombra, and so he had you know some shadow abilities, and then the my wife was playing a Hakat, and you know they're ritualists as well,
Very
and
cool.
um, it's funny we had like there was Zamisi, there was Hakat, there was the Lasombra, the only ones who had access to a kind of magic. I have a little bit of blood magic because I was playing the Banu Hakim, which are the former Assamite clan,
Hmm.
and so the only one who didn't really the only one that didn't really have arcane power or that had arcane powers that was missing was the frickin' Tremere, and I didn't even you know it just it seemed like they ran. We should have realized we should have been as keyed in as you.
Oh, I'm a DM. I'm a forever DM. So I probably would I just like let's just put it this way. There was one time where I played a game and it was I forgot what the name of the system was. It was a GURPS type system, but it was all superheroes.
Uh huh. Oh yeah, GURPS has so
And
many different genres that they deal in.
yeah, so it was a superhero RPG, and I can't remember the name of it, but they put me into one. It's like, oh, I just want to put all my stats in intelligence, and everybody's picking up, fire and aggressive, tactical. Mine was just like, yeah, no, I'd like to take, make illusions. I was like, it's just like making illusions. It's pretty cool. And it was like, but you have no strength. And I'm like, that's okay. I just want to be really good at making illusions because I'll figure out something I could do with that. So, everybody's looking at me like this is going to bite you in the butt, right? There's no way, you know? And there came a scenario where they're trying to kidnap people, like the cultists were kidnapping bad superheroes, the villains. I'm sorry, super villains. They were coming to kidnap certain amount of people. We figured out on a lead the next person that was going to get hit. So I got into the room. Everybody's like, I protect. I do this. I put up a shield. I put up a wall. I put up everything else. And they said, I grab him. I grab the person they're going to try to impersonate. It was in a hospital. I grab him, I chuck him over to one of the other people, and everybody's like, "What you're doing?" And I say, "I disguise myself as him." I get into the bed and I say, "Leave. I'll lead you to the boss." And I did. I ended the game early. They were at full strength, and the DM was like, "You broke my game." I said, I mean, I don't know. It's like if they're gonna kidnap me, we don't know where it is. We could tail the person, but what if they're faster than us? Like it could be a flash or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, just let them kidnap me. That's what they want. I'll lead you right to them. So yeah, I had a psychic beacon connection with all the rest of the party and led them right to the final boss at the beginning. And they decimated the final boss because they were at full health because they were supposed to go through series of fights that we
That's awesome.
avoided because I went straight to the main boss. It was fun. This is why people don't let me play.
Darklight Dreamer, good
Oh,
evening. Gamesburger,
hey, Darkling.
good evening, by the way, Gamesburger.
Hey,
And
Gamesburger.
thank you for the happy birthday. And you as well,
Is that?
Tiki. Um, they, Gamesburger says, was it Champions?
Yes. Yes, that's
Very good.
exactly what it was. Wow, coming in clutch.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was. It was pretty awesome. So,
Gamesburger also used to play Marvel Superheroes back in the day. It was a great game. And Darklight
yeah,
Dreamer says a superhero tabletop sounds really fun.
yes, it was. It was. You would think that since everybody has superpowers, nobody does kind of thing. That's what happens. It's like everybody has a superpower. So which superpower do you have and how do you use it that matters? Yeah, it's mind blowing. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. I am not breaking the stream, fam. Somebody asked me to fix the Discord link. It just has to be refreshed every once in a while.
Oh,
So,
okay. No
um,
problem. Ooh, we should talk. I should talk about hobby progress, hey?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to start on my hobby progress. Oh boy. Okay. So let me see if I can do this, or it's probably going to be upside down. I don't know. Okay. I'll do the zoom in so you guys can see. Just fixing. Okay, there. Ah, now let's see. I'm gonna pull back. Oh my. Oh my. All right, so we're gonna
Holy.
start over here and put them all in this little tray. But yeah, so I finished all my blood claws. I am super excited about that. And then for the yesterday, yesterday I painted up this guy here, which is my wolf priest, one of them, and he's in a leather cloak. That's pretty interesting. And yeah, that's the helmet one. Now, some people are like, I thought you're supposed to have a red coat. I was like, what? Like this guy over here? Yes, he's supposed to have a red cloak, isn't he? I don't know. But the next guy I did, which is exactly the same, and I can never have the same minis, so I painted them all different. And I gave him a different outload out there. He's a little more extreme. His face came out pretty well, and I'm going to show you how to do a face like that. Um, like that. I'm just going to show you my technique on how I did it. It's actually pretty easy to achieve great results, and you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it this episode. Mythos, I know you're going to love it because you said it before that you were struggling with faces, and this is like it took no time. All right, anyway,
I'm excited. I'm excited.
it is. So yeah, so those two right there. And these guys over here, and this is what I'm working on tonight. This is what's on my desk.
That is
So
awesome.
we're gonna get base coated and highlighted tonight, and that is my hobby progress. Okay. The magic of the phone.
Friendly neighborhood inquisitors, drive safely and have a great shift, brother.
Take care, brother.
Gamesburger says perfect tray color, and he loves the cloak, the wolf on the cloak.
Oh yeah, on the red one. Yeah, I felt that was a unique place to put that.
Yeah, for sure. Take care, Inquisitor. Gamesburger also got the Dawn of War Onslaught board game this week. Great deal for the minis inside. Very cool.
Mm. Oh, I can't wait to see them all painted up and ready to play. something exciting about playing a miniatures game with all painted minis. It's just like,
CR7 Discord link you'll see under Wolfbrother Gaming. I just posted the new Discord link. Like I said, it's a it's a known issue. It's just they expire and have to be reset every once in a while. Darklight Dreamer hanging out with that guy in the morning. So I'm looking forward to that.
oh yeah.
Um,
I wish it was there, man. I want to hang out. um, I do have to say one thing. This is my second bottle of Amaranth Blue. I went through my first bottle officially.
nice. Me too.
All right.
I am on the second bottle now.
Yeah. I have 5. I bought 5.
Brother Roxas, happy belated birthday. Thank you so much. And he says, I guess I have to start thinking of Chapter 2 for Vampire. That's going to be cool. Possibly a Tremere Blood War. Oh, coffee is cool. You ever do that?
All right.
Well, I don't know how big of a coffee drinker you are, but there's that disappointing feeling when you go for your coffee and it's empty. It's like,
Oh, yeah. I've cut back. I mean, my stomach has been a little wonky lately with coffee, so it gets upset. So I had to cut back on coffee majorly. I have it very, very few times, although it does keep me up on the long drive to work. So I just have to, do something, fix my stomach or something. But I do love the taste of coffee. Part of me as Italian always loves a nice little Damitas cup with a little peel of lemon. And then my Puerto Rican side loves that, light, creamy coffee. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I have like both. I do have a love of coffee and all kind of special coffees. I have a taste for it, but again, my stomach. So,
fair.
Yeah.
The disappointment happens with hot tea too, Mythos. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Speaking of coffees, I always ask for, around birthday, Christmas time, specialty coffees and stuff like that. And usually I get them for Christmas, but this year for my birthday, my wife got me a special Star Wars coffee called Double Saber Blend. And it's got,
Oh,
it's a nice dark roast, and it's Double Saber because the marketing for it is Darth Maul with his double lightsaber. But it's really nice, actually. It's like dark and rich and very flavorful. You have another student in the chat, I assume student, another Alex Sus 12.
oh, hey, Alex. How's it going? Nice of you to join tonight. Sigue practicando el español, por favor.
Darklight says, as an adult, I've really come to appreciate decaf for when I really crave a cuppa at 10 p.m. I totally agree, brother. I used to be like, decaf, what's the point? You don't get the kick and the energy. And it's like, sometimes
Right.
I know I'm going to go to sleep, but I still want the taste of coffee. Oh, okay, this is what decaf is for.
Yep.
And then he's like, double saber blend. For when you want to dual wield fist weapons. I mean, fist drinks. I mean. All right. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the game that I had, my first game with the new Space Wolves Codex. And the Codex has been out for like 6 months. I'm just a little behind. But I'm going to pull this up. Oh, first, since I have a few people in chat, I want to share my awesome birthday message from Lae'zel, Devora Wild, the voice of Lae'zel. So this was really cool, and it's one of the things I was like, one of the coolest things ever. I'm so blessed that my wife is so thoughtful and thought about something like this for me. I got to make sure the audio is on. I think it is. All right. Y'all let me know how the volume is, because, I like a true professional, I haven't tested it, so.
How things are done.
Well, greetings to
Round
you,
here.
Mythos. It's me, Lae'zel of Kreshkalir, come to wish you a most happy and auspicious day of your birth, since I have heard...
Wait. I got so excited I forgot to actually open the window.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm putting Amaranth Blue as a base coat. It is thin, and I think it's thinned down too much. I might add a little more Amaranth Blue to this mix for the airbrush as I'm painting through these. Why do I always forget the unit's name?
The Grey Hunters?
Why do I always forget them? You know why? Because there are cheaper units to field. That's why. This is why. If I want somebody to hang out in the backfield, I don't want them to be that expensive, is what I'm saying.
I did field mine as regular intercessors when I played mine this past.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just give them the rules of regular intercessors.
Yeah, so I was able to run just a cheap and cheerful squad of 5. What is the button I'm missing? No? It's Alt, right? Me forgetting how to OBS.
It's that button that says do not press this big red button.
Okay.
This shiny red button.
The big red button. Got it.
Ren and Stimpy fans now. The shiny candy-like button.
Why are you not cooperating? I mean, it's probably cooperating because I'm not doing it right, but still. Okay. You are working sideways. You just don't want to work diagonally. Okay.
The thing about fantasy game scale 75 paint, you do have to poke a hole on the top every time you open one of these bottles because they come sealed. You can't just squeeze it and it's coming out. You have to poke a hole in the top. If you don't, you'll have a mess on your hands. Amaranth Blue. Oh, Amaranth Blue.
Why do you look normal on my screen and you are super stretched out on the OBS screen?
Oh, me? I just have a long head. That's how it works.
Why am I so inept at OBS? You look fine here.
Okay, there we go. It's showing up all here.
Yeah, it's because that's on the preview screen. But when I actually click on it, wait. Yeah, when I actually click on it, it disappears. Okay, what happens if I just hit play?
Well, greetings to
Sorry,
you,
guys, we're having
Mythos.
technical
It's
difficulties.
me,
God dang it.
Lae'zel of Kreshkalir, come to wish you a most happy and auspicious
just
day
hover
of
over
your
it the whole
birth, since I have heard from your lovely wife, Tiffany, that today is this Ishtik custom of celebrating birthdays. Now, you and I have been on many adventures, Mythos, and I'm happy to hear and see that you are no Ishtik, though many exist on this plane. And so, it is my pleasure and honor to wish you this most happiest of birthdays. Perhaps you will be opening birthday presents and cards.
Chad,
and
tell us what
eating
you've been working on
courses
this
you
week.
People.
Anything interesting?
Ah, yes, birthday cake. But most of all,
I hope so.
Mythos, I
I hope you're getting
that you
some
earn yourself
time.
a silver sword,
Well,
perhaps a
Lae'zel's doing the
ride
message.
atop a red dragon, and most of all, go on many more adventures
Have
with
some
me,
hobby.
Lae'zel
Paint
of
up some
Kreshkalir,
miniatures.
in this Baldur's Gate 3. And, well, last but certainly not least, remember to stay frosty. I do not know what a reference this is, Mythos, but perhaps it'll
This is
serve
the
us well
easiest part,
on
I
our
think.
adventures to
Hold on
come.
one second.
Uh,
Hold on one
So
second.
remember, from one fierce Githyanki to another, skva! Well, greetings to you, Mythos. It's me,
All right, chat. Let me know how that went. But it was cool to have the voice actress to Baldur's Gate 3's Lae'zel give me a happy birthday like that. That was super cool. She did it on a site called Cameo, apparently. If you guys ever are interested in having video messages done from They have different voice actors there from TV, video games, and some other kinds of celebrities too. So if you ever want to use the service, uh, like I said, the service is called Cameo. You can check it out, and I was so excited.
Sorry, brother. I didn't mean to talk over that.
It's good. It's good. Like
I'm really sorry.
no, it's all good. I know that it probably didn't come through because of the way OBS works. It probably didn't come through on your end, so it's no big deal, brother. All right, so back to the painting. He is now throwing down some that Amarth blue from scale 75. Nope, that's high.
This is the
Amarth,
first coat. Very dark.
and it is SFG 30. I don't know if that is the color number. I know sometimes pigments will actually have their number, like if you look at a bottle of Vallejo.
Yep.
Like the pigment numbers on there. So I wonder if that's,
SFG 30.
yeah.
Vallejo has a model code like Oco Marron, which is over brown, and it's 70.856, for example. That's the way it looks like. I don't know if you can focus on that. Anywho's, easy to find paint that way. Citadel does like to change up the naming conventions of their paint, so.
Oh yeah. Got to switch it to less copyrighted versions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hop over and show you guys a couple of glimpses of my wolves. Now that I've stretched out my articles and art page, I'm going to show you a couple glimpses of my game and some of my hobby stuff. For instance, I finished my first 11 blood claws. Okay. And I did something different with these. Actually, kind of in the spirit of what Rob always talks about with, always trying new techniques, working to improve your skills when you paint. What I did there was, and you'll see, I'll do a closer up video later on, but I started doing some sponge chipping, followed by some very intentional fine brush chipping. And at first, this is definitely one of those trust the process things. At first, I hated it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, did I mess up these models that I've spent months painting?
And then the paint dried.
And even after it dried, I was like, let me go to bed. And I woke up the next morning. I'm like, I still don't think I like this. But then after I put the ultra matte varnish down and came back to it a few hours later, it worked. It all brought it together.
Nice.
CR7, Mr. Aya, can I have all A's on my assignments, please? Please?
That's not how it works. You give me the A, I put it in the system.
The green jewels look great. Thank you so much. The green jewel is one of the things that Brother Rob commented on too.
Yeah, it was great.
My favorite fluorescent green is from Golden High Flow Acrylics, and I like all of their fluorescent paints, but yeah, Golden High Flow Acrylic. This is the fluorescent green. Very nice. So that was my setup, or my newly painted blood claws. And to give you a look at who I was playing against, it would help. Let's see, switch this over to Articles of Art. this the same video? Whoops, that's the wrong video. Hold on. Oh, that's the end of the game.
End of the game. The board is so.
Okay, I was going from the wrong direction. Starting from this Bane church in the back. So those are all the Space Wolves. I normally do not, play with bare bones models like this. Still largely work in progress. What company is that? The Blood Maws. Yes, Brand Red Maw is my favorite Space Wolf character of all time.
I love that you have that one.
Hey, thank you so much. Alright, so that was the forces.
The base finally down.
How do I mute? Oh yeah, there it is. Apparently, I'm not sure. These must have sent in the wrong order. So this is where I finally took down the Baneblade, which was halfway through the match, which was a good turning point. Okay, this is first turn. We rolled for first turn. I'm like, man, okay. So his version of the Baneblade he took was the Storm Lord, with 4 last cannons on top and 5 heavy bolters, right? Plus inside he had 2 teams of last cannon guys that could shoot out, or he could swap out one of those teams with the Krieg heavy stubbers. So just so much firepower. And he got first turn, and I called it.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't enough space to put everything behind ruins, and even if I did go all the way back, my cavalry would have been out of play. The only place to hide them, they would have been so far out, they would have been out of play, basically, for like 2 turns. So I put them right up on the front line, and I said, man,
Mm-hmm.
you can see where he's got the Baneblade on the table right there. I'm like, if he gets first turn, he's going to bring that big old Baneblade around and just annihilate my cavalry. And then we rolled.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny, we were rolling for first turn. I rolled a 6, he rolled a 6. He rolled a 5, I rolled a 5. And then I was like, is this going to be 4 and 4? And then he rolled another 5 and I rolled a 2. So I was like, oh no, I called it. And absolutely, that big old Bane church came around. Because you can see this is a 3D print. We call it the Bane Church because it's basically a file we found that is like all of the loadout of the Baneblade, but in a huge Gothic church. And so, yeah, just like 5 heavy bolters, the massive Mega Vulcan Gatling cannon, and just all those last cannon shots just annihilated all 6 of my Thunderwolf cavalry. Just off the board immediately. Also interesting is that he had 2 squads of Cadians for grabbing objectives, but his troop choice was actually mostly Bulgrin on the front lines, and they are big toughness 6 meat slabs with 4 up invul save, and they were actually kind of tough to deal with. That's the end
Sounds
of the
like
game.
an epic film.
That was an epic fight indeed. Let's see this one next.
I can't wait to try out my Wolf Priest with 20 Blood Claw units on my on the game table. See what that works out like. I might bring it to one of the Game Workshop stores around me and see if anybody wants to take up a match. Just so I can see how I play. It's like, how do you play this again? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go.
So I had a couple of deep strikes. I had my Terminators, and I
Mhm.
had a Chaplain on bike. You'll see kind of somewhere here. I have a very wolfy themed Chaplain on bike conversion. That's one of Russ's wolves, done as a Thunder Wolf. I wanted a big one for a Primaris size. And this Chaplain on bike Thunder Wolf was just kind of a late game objective grabber for me. And so I had
Yeah.
that in Deep Strike, and I had the Terminators in Deep Strike. And you can see this guy with his first turn, and the fact that, between transports and stuff like that, and just, guard, can do some good movement when they advance and stuff like that. This man has very thoroughly screened out 2/3 of the board, very cleverly.
Wow.
And he parked that big old tank just in the middle of the board, of course. Um, and so,
Of course.
one Overwatch from that big old tank, because the guns inside count as part of the tank's weapons.
Oh my gosh.
And so he was able to Overwatch with 5 heavy bolters, the Vulcan Mega Bolter, the
It's
uh,
insane.
all those las cannons, and the Krieg heavy stubber. So it's just so much firepower coming out of this thing on his turn and mine. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That is some movement. Did you want to overwatch anyway?
So yeah, you can see mid-board presence, and then he spread out the 20 Cadians in a big circle, screen out his backfield. Plus he has a Sentinel back there. Really well screened. The Executioner, of course, was a big threat. Did some work, but
Did you want to overwatch?
the las cannons on the Land Raider actually came in clutch. I got lucky, and on turn 2, they.
Love last cannons on the Land Raider.
Oh yes, and it's funny because I expected them to be less effective than the Executioner because they're Strength 12, and the Baneblade variants are all Toughness 13, so they're wounding on 5s. But turn 2 came around, and turn 2 he blew up my Executioner, so that gun was gone. But the Land
Wow.
Raider, I rolled and got 2 6s and a 5 for my wounds through. So, and he didn't pass the save. He actually failed most of his Baneblade saves, which really worked out in my favor. Um, and and then the the Baneblade exploded. Then it took out a whole squad, 3 of his Bulgrin, and then it killed more Bulgrin on the inside. Like
Oh
that
my
one
gosh.
explosion basically turned the game,
Oh,
and I had a fighting chance after that.
wow. Wow. That's epic. I love when a game is a nail biter like that. I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Stitching out loud, good to see you. Uh, is today your birthday? Technically, it was like 2 days ago, but yeah, I'm still celebrating.
I haven't said it on the air. Happy birthday, brother.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Um, Mr. I can third period have candy on Monday? Um,
If you win the competition, you can. Do your Senor Wooly.
it's like scaling up a Sisters of Battle vehicle. Church on Treads is awesome. It is. It is. That's why. So Atlas is. He has 2 Imperial Guard armies. He's got uh, the Dust Devils, which is his Krieg Catachan hybrid, and now he's got the Janissaries, which are a very religious, zealotous religious Imperial Guard army, and that's why he wanted the Bane Church as his super heavy for that. Happy birthday, bro! Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Charles. Free candy third period, please. Ah, he said you got to earn it. You got to work.
That's the way it is.
So, Now just to talk about the game a little bit. So, I've shown you some of the. Oh, I do want to show you guys the last bit. Is this the end of the game? The board is super thin here. We came down to
Finally
like.
down.
Nope, that is me taking down. Well, we can look at that.
Down.
That is where the last cannon's crit on the Bane
On
blade.
this flank,
And I rolled
the Wolfen
17
have destroyed
damage
a
for the
sentinel,
last cannons.
and Ragnar laid a mighty
Wow.
charge to eviscerate a squad of guards.
Also, on 10 attacks, but with sustained hits, Ragnar took down 13 guardsmen by himself. That was really cool.
That is awesome. Just cleared them out.
Yeah.
Like Sauron in The Lord of the Rings. His mace.
End of the game, the
Exactly.
board is so bare. But in a super close finale, the Imperial Guard finish on 45 points to the Space Wolves 40 points. Victory for the Astra Militarum.
45-40, super close game. Now, some of you may think that is kind of a low-scoring game. We were just playing the very first mission out of the 10th edition book because I had forgotten my mission cards at home. So, hold 1 for 5 points, hold 2 or more for 10 points, and then another 5 if you hold more than your opponent. We didn't have the secondary objectives on us because I forgot the cards at home. But yeah, so super close game, 45-40. So just one objective worth. And for me, I had one objective because I was taking so much damage. I needed to thin out the amount of damage he was being able to put out. So I chose to leave an objective and charge a squad halfway through the game. So that put me on one objective, which means I had one round where I only scored 5 points. And, consequently, because I only scored 5, that means he was already holding 2. So he got 10 points, and then he got the 5 extra for holding more than me. So that one round of him scoring, 15-5, was the big swing points wise. Although after losing like 800 points on turns 1 and 2, against his like 2,000 points, I was just glad I came back and made a close game.
Yeah.
I was like taking heavy casualties at first. He was like, "Do you want to call it?" I was like, "No, let's play it out. I want to play the game." And I'm so glad I did because it ended up being such a good close game. But man, it wasn't looking good at the beginning. But yeah, I love good close games like that. Like one objective makes all the difference.
Yes. It's a nail biter.
Yeah, exactly. You saw in the game that there were some Terminators, and if you were here last time we did a show, I vowed to you I would finish the Blood Claws, which I did. I just showed you guys them painted up. I not only
Man of his
assembled,
word.
not only assembled the Terminators, but I even put down the, the 3 layers of blue. So the for on the armor, and I do still have them in subassembly. I have the helmets subassembly, and a couple of the weapons, and then the shields. But I'm now to do the thing that never works. Where that's not bad there. You can see I put one of the power maces. This one's from the Chaos Terminator kit. It's got like a spear at the bottom and a mace on top. I always thought it was a cool weapon. I wanted to put it on something. And so I wanted my Wolfguard to all have different weapons. So one's got the great axe, the relic great axe. One's got this cool mace. One comes with the sword in the kit. One comes with the axe in the kit. Because these are all, the relic power weapons.
Nice.
And then on the last guy, I decided to go for a little firepower with Power Fist and Assault Cannon. And I really
Did a good
Took
job with the highlights, man.
Thank you. I was just about to say
The
I really took to
glows.
heart what you were telling me about where to put the highlights, and
Yeah,
I
they're
wanted to get that kind
gorgeous.
of glowing effect.
Yes. It's all about that contrast.
Yeah, this time I definitely, because before I was like, okay, so from this angle, everything that this angle touches was what I was doing before, and I like
Yeah,
this doing instead of just a very broad what do you call 45-degree angle highlight. I like this better
yeah.
because panel
You get to
highlighting
choose.
makes it
Yeah,
pop more, and like you said, drives that contrast more. So I think us doing that kind of like you doing that little kind of tutorial and explanation on the stream that one time really helped me personally with where to put those
yeah,
highlights.
yeah. Well, it was kind of tailored, but I wanted to help you out there. I
I
know you're
appreciate that.
frustrated,
I appreciate that.
and it helps everybody else too. There you go. Bros before minis.
If third period wins for November, can we go to France?
You give me the lottery ticket that someone accidentally dropped that was the Powerball winner, and then yes, I'll take you and your parents to France as a vacation, my treat.
Well, you guys heard it here. Time to start hunting for lottery tickets.
It's right.
So yeah, that was awesome. And then had a great game. 40K had a great game of uh, Yugioh, and then in the evening, my beautiful wife and beautiful daughters took me out for a steak dinner in the evening, and I got a great big uh, 20-ounce bone or 22-ounce bone-in ribeye. Oh, it was so good.
Mm,
It was probably the most epic birthday I've had in a while. And then I got some other stuff too. I got for my Ultramarines, Cato Sicarius.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
the brand new mini they
I
got
love
right.
that helm.
It's so cool. And something I've had my eye on for a while. They released a. I'm a big Power Rangers fan. They released the Red Ranger with his power
Nice.
sword. I actually have a replica of this power sword, um,
Really?
cosplay prop, and so it's so cool that I've got the Red Ranger with the power sword. And
That's awesome,
then
man.
I mentioned
Congrats.
before that Cyber Dragon is my favorite of my Yu-Gi-Oh decks, and
Uh-huh.
my youngest
There
got
he
me a
is.
Cyber Dragon,
Oh,
which is really cool because this little guy has been tied to my birthday for about 19 years. Just before my wife and I got together, we were just friends at the time. I invited her to my birthday party, and at that same birthday party, um, my brothers Razzie or Darklight from the chat here, and another brother named Cloud, they went 50-50. And at the time, you could only get the Cyber Dragon card. It was brand new. You could only get them in these special edition tins, where it was like the featured card, a collector's tin with artwork of that card and that character, and then like 5 booster packs. Right? And these were like $30 a piece. Um, and you could have a maximum of 3 card in that deck. And I was just super. I was like, I love this card. I really got to make a deck based around Cyber Dragon. Like, I want to play a Cyber Dragon deck. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. And I was like, and then I was doing that thing where you hum and you haw about stuff like that. I'm just waiting for the price to come down. Like, I gotta build it. I gotta have it. I'm just waiting for the price to come down. You know. And instead of waiting for the price to come down, my brothers went in. They got all 3 tins, so that way I could have, if you're going to build a deck around something, they got me the max 3 that you could put in your deck.
nice.
And they got the 3 tins. They split it in half. They gave the tins to me at dinner that night, which was a big, like, uh, party of us. At I think we are at Chili's that night, and it was just like 4 tables of us together, of just friends hanging out and at the birthday, and that was like they hooked me up with Cyberdrag. So this guy's been around. My entire relationship with him and my wife can be traced back to that one birthday
Wow,
dinner, and it was just cool because I got a really great play with him today on my birthday with him, and then I got
that's a
him as a present on my birthday. So
yeah.
Cyber Dragons and my birthday just go hand in hand together. So
That's
now that I
awesome.
have the leader of the Victrix Guard, I'm going to need to get some honor guard
Yes.
so he can lead them. So very cool. I was indeed very spoiled this birthday. Very spoiled. And one more thing I'd like to share with everyone that I'm going to be doing an unboxing of at some point. I was also spoiled by Mr. Aya.
Alia.
Alia. Sorry, I mispronounced it.
That's
Um,
okay.
Mr. Alia, Mr. TMP Rob, has hooked me up with a box of hobby supplies, and we are going to restart the Pay It Forward or Pass It Forward hobby um, box, and that's going to be a neat little project.
Yeah.
What did you call it originally? Pass it forward, pay it forward. Forgot what you called it.
Uh,
Well, we're fishing back many years in our memory now.
I guess it was Pay It Forward. I don't know. The hobby Pay It Forward box.
We'll do some brainstorming.
I'll just check the videos.
Yeah,
I'll have to go archives.
well, I think when we can look it up.
That's right. All right, everybody, go ahead. Go to my site and track down that information.
So, yeah, what I'll be doing is, do you want to kind of break down since you started this glorious thing, you want to kind of break down your thought behind the process and the spirit of giving and what we're going to be doing with people in the future? Hellwork
I
says it
thought
was
being
Pay
so.
It Forward.
Yeah. Oh, wow. See? Pay It Forward box. So when I originally started the Pay It Forward box, I kind of wanted to, yes, bless someone with something cool that I thought that they can use for their hobby and stuff like that. So I got this big box. It's a big box. And because there's a whole bunch of material that I was playing with at the time, and trying to create bases or terrain or something like that. This is before the onset of popular 3D printers and stuff like that. So I gave it to people, and all you had to do was shout out the previous channel, and then after some milestone on your channel, you you nominate another, like you put a video saying pay it forward box and everybody else. You have a competition, and you give it to the next person, and it keeps on going and going and going. And the idea is that not only does your channel become grows as a community for smaller channels like us, but it also can help somebody out in their hobby journey, and it's also just a nice thing to do. And that was the thought behind the original one, but for this one it's a little changed. This one's a little more personal, I think. I'm not after more views due to this, because I figure maybe it's just tangled up in views in YouTube or something like that. But we've gone down that road already. But for this box, this is more of, if you know a fellow hobbyist that you're close to, and you really are trying new things. For example, using cork and a different kind of density cork, or using high density MDF to create something. From one thing to another, if you learn something and you want to try something with somebody else, when you want to share part of your learning journey with them, you would give them the materials. So one of the I'm not going to go into the items, but I can explain the items. I didn't put little post-its on everything. So I
Oh
can
yeah,
definitely, as you go through it,
the first
explain it myself. I think
the
it'd be
first
easier
box I
that
got
way.
thoughtful little notes for each item explaining his thought process behind them.
No, I just told you why I sent it to you. It's like, why is he sending me this, right? So I wanted to explain. But yeah, if you can do the unboxing, I can tell you why, or what everything is I use everything for.
Very cool.
Hmm.
Would you like me to do it now on the air?
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Uh,
All right, we're going to provoke some hate comments.
well, good luck with that because there's 2 dabs of super glue and in the middle as well. So
Oh,
I sealed it tight.
I was about to say we're going to provoke some hate comments because we're going to cut towards ourselves. People love it.
Oh yeah, no, no, come on. It's more natural to cut towards yourself as long as you can control it. If you feel you're putting a lot of effort and the blade is dull, then don't cut toward yourself. But if it's sharp blade, it should cut almost effortlessly what you're trying to cut, so you can do it in a slower motion and it won't just jerk back and hit you. Safety tips from Rob.
All right, there's some cool stuff here.
Some things.
All right, we're going to start with some Tamiya liquid surface primer.
Yes. Okay, so I learned a lot of things, but this can be thinned down so much. And if you don't have like little cups or something to thin it down in, get a blister pack or something. But thin this down onto your material. The you really get the handle of the ratio you would need for your airbrush. You know how you just naturally know how much water or dilutant to put into your airbrush to get it to flow perfectly. Well, this is great practice for that. I recommend you practice on terrain and larger pieces
Okay.
so you can really get the flow. And if you get it wrong, you will know it. A little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. You're not wasting any paint. But this thing is amazing and it goes on super smooth, especially for vehicles or anything larger. This is the stuff. This paint sticks to it flawlessly.
Very nice.
Yes. All right.
And just in case anyone's curious, it is a very lovely, super light gray color. Maybe
Yes.
just a touch darker than like a gray sear, just a touch darker than that. I think probably
Mhm.
pretty close to if you've used Vallejo's surface primer, kind of similar in tone to that.
Yeah, if you're using the gray, it's for colors that usually pop more, like you want to do fluorescence or synthwave. You wouldn't base it in black. Like that wouldn't be the darkest color because everything is going to be bathed in light from different areas.
Makes sense.
So, hmm
We've got a trio of colors here from Art Colors, Airbrush, and Paintbrush colors.
yeah, these are the 3 basic colors that you would need to be able to create any color, right? So that's the color theory part. So I'm going to challenge you with those to
Ooh,
try to make as many different colors as you can with just those 3 paints. That's just for hobby. That's just for fun, man. That's
that's
just
cool.
playing with paint. That's just playing around with paint. You don't have to
You,
worry about it. It's not Citadel or anything like that. So
you know,
yeah.
I really like putting on these satisfactory YouTube shorts, and one of the ones I end up watching is like it's a an actual like thick acrylic paint palette, and somebody has like a painting knife, and they'll rub it across. They'll have like 3 dollops of different colors, and then they'll mix it. Each variation you can get out of it, and be like, these are the colors you can make from this. But it's like no words. You're just listening to the it's like a glass palette too, and so when they slice into it, and chop it up on the palette, it makes some satisfying
Yeah.
sounds.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to see it. It's another to just throw it on there and go for it and see if you can make the colors. It's fun. I've done it. It was an exercise for me too.
Oh yeah.
Ah, gotta have that. I mount things with putty all the time. So this one is supposed to rival the Loctite one. So I bought a ton of them because if I think something is good, I'll buy like an entire like store display worth. For some reason, that's what I do. I don't know. I
This
don't
is
know.
perfect
But yeah,
timing because I'm down to my last little bit of Loctite, and now I can compare and
yes.
contrast the Loctite with the
Really?
Gorilla.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? that could be a video.
It could. It could.
I want to see that video. It's a really simple one to make too. That
I
would be cool.
believe I've seen one of my favorite YouTubers do a tutorial on this stuff recently.
Oh, yes. I love that. I love the tree bark. Now, if you look at it, you can sand it. Obviously, it's wood, right? So you can shape it. You can cut it with a knife. You can split it so it can have different heights to it. It's just it's gorgeous. I love breaking off pieces and imitating rocks with it, and it is just that slate look of rocks that has been well that would contain a fossil, let's say. I just love it. I love it. You got to
The
use it.
the
You
bases you
got to
made
use
for
it.
this for your blood claws came out looking fantastic.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thanks.
Friendly Neighbor Inquisitor says, I have lost countless hours watching those paint mixing shorts. Me too, brother. Me too. And now I can experiment in the same way. Along the same lines as the last, we had the tree bark, and now we have, what is it, coconut fibers.
That's his coconut fibers. The greatest thing if you want to do Catachan or something crazy. You got the jungle environment, you know?
Very
That is
nice.
awesome. You can just tear it apart and just use individual strands as if they were like vines coming down. It's meticulous. I won't say that it's not, but man, oh man, does it look gorgeous.
I wish I had known about this stuff when I was doing my orcs, because I have some kind of they have some kind of overgrown bases. But now for any future
Yeah.
orcs that I do to continue on that kind of jungly theme, this is going to be perfect.
Oh yeah. And that's a lot. Like I have a brick worth, 2 bricks worth, which is don't get 2 bricks worth, people.
This is something
Just
else
don't do it to
I
yourself.
recognize from some tutorials. Bloop.
Oh yeah. Yep. 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 Try it out. It's cheap. It works. Just let me know what you think and compare it to the hobby handle.
Awesome. And I can use the mounting putty to stick on my sub
Uh-huh.
assemblies here.
You got it.
Oh, oh, aha! Caught it. I almost had a Terminator down, but I caught it. Now this is interesting, my brother.
What's that? Ah, yes. So there is some scatter terrain.
Nice.
I wanted to see you make something out of that. And I have it's a Tawanar piece.
Okay.
So, it's the Tau that you hate so much. So
Ooh,
it would be all crashed down into pieces. I thought you would make an awesome little diorama with that or something.
that would be
Like you could
cool.
definitely play around with it. I have other pieces with that too. That's part of the railgun, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually have an Imperial Knight that brother Atlas is assembling for me. Um,
Oh,
that would be really cool to have it standing on a piece of Taunar.
perfect.
And I'm gonna have to hit him up and be like, "Hey, could you have it standing on something about an inch tall?"
Oh, I can't wait to see it, bro.
Anyone has ever started or bought a GW starter set, you might have seen one of these, or gone to an in-person paint lesson at a GW store.
Yes. I got you some starter brushes, just to bust around. Cheap old brushes that you can beat up. It's nice.
Beat them up, take their lunch money.
That's right. Oh yes, you gotta try the glue, man. You gotta try it. I know you like your glue, but
I
you
do.
gotta try it.
So I've been using some medium viscousness glue for a while, and brother Rob has been telling me about the power of the Loctite gel. So yeah, I've been
And
trying that out.
I have I think I have the tutorial. I think I did it. I'm not sure of it, but it was definitely an idea. Um, Once you squeeze it all the way using this apparatus,
Uh huh.
you can actually pull that apparatus from the bottom. It'll reveal the tube, and then all you have to do is snip away the plastic piece, and what's inside will last you 5 times longer than you squeezing this.
What?
Like you're throwing more than like you're throwing a whole bunch away once this gets done. Like there's more. There is more in there. A
Oh
lot
man,
more,
that
significantly.
that is a great hobby hack.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'll make a great video.
Gamers with Coffee, Ashley, great to see you. Sorry we are late. Ah, you are fine. A gamer with coffee never arrives early, nor do they arrive late. They arrive exactly when they intend to.
Welcome, Gandalf, which is the name of one of my cats.
That's awesome. Also, third period would like 1 million points.
Good luck, kiddo. Earn it. Senor Wooly, earn it.
And then the finale here, we have some official God Hand Clippers.
Yeah, I want you to try it out.
The buttery smoothness of the God Hand.
Go ahead, clip something. You know you want to.
I actually have here the Terminators I just finished building, so I can clip off one of the Storm Bolters.
All right, go for it. Go for it. You tell me.
Oh wow, that took like that was like no resistance there.
No, no, it's beautiful like butter.
Like, gotta be careful. I feel like I could accidentally snip something off. Like, oops, that was a part of the model. That is so beautiful.
Oh yeah. Now you know.
All right, now I'm gonna do the no thing and push right up against flush with the mini. And no gouging into the plastic. You
Nope.
can actually, as advertised, you can actually push right up against the mini, and this does cut flush with no gouging. That
Oh
is
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
As good as advertised, everyone.
There's a reason they're that expensive.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, man, you had to try it, man. Don't cut any metal with it or any like you gotta
Oh, yeah.
pamper that thing.
Definitely got to be pampered. Plastics only.
Yeah.
Put my loot away. Also, oh, just to show everyone. So, much like last time, TMP put actually a list here where each person that gets the Pay It Forward box can sign and pass it on to the next one. And
Yeah.
so
Spread
that
that
is,
goodwill.
there are 20 slots here. If we could get this passed on and complete 20 hobbyists, that would be amazing.
Yes. Yes. All we need is 20,000 likes on this video, and we'll definitely make it happen with our prayers. And our good wishes too.
I can already think of one thing that I'm going to be tossing in the box. I told you the new technique that I wanted to try. I saw this on, was it Midwinter Minis? Anyways,
I like that thing.
I saw somebody's tutorial. So I want to say it was Midwinter Minis that did like different types of sponge chipping effects. And so his little tutorial was what I was trying to emulate when I was doing it on my blood claws. And off of his recommendation, I got one of these very porous makeup sponges because I had tried the technique before with a little bit of the kind of foam you get in a blister pack, and I didn't really care for the way it came out then. Now, that was also like 5 years ago, so there's been a lot of progress skill-wise for me in my painting. So it might not have been the foam; it was probably me at the time. But I saw this really porous makeup sponge that I think it was Midwinter Mini showed. I'm probably crediting the wrong one this time, but who knows? Whoever I was watching. And I tried it, and this was like super cheap, like, I don't know, $3 on Amazon or whatever. And
Mhm.
I really enjoyed the way my sponge chipping came out with this. So I'm definitely going to have that as a little hobby hack I try and pass on to the next person.
Nice. There it
And then we'll
is.
see what else I can, add to the box. But yeah, that was definitely.
We should put a return address once it gets to the last person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and because you could give it to anybody, YouTuber, not YouTuber, it doesn't matter.
Good point.
Anybody you think would really benefit from it.
So anyone who would like to be part of the Pay It Forward experience and would be willing to continue the box, y'all let me know. Um,
Like,
and
yeah, that's a good way to do it.
yeah.
I'm too naive.
Oh no, I mean I feel like you and I have enough of a bond that you were confident I would pass it on. So
Oh, of course.
um,
We already passed the first one.
so
And
and
I'm keeping the tradition because you're the first person I gave it to. So now,
yeah,
that's the tradition. Whenever I do a pay it
tradition,
forward box, you're the first person go get it.
tradition.
Tradition.
We're already planning Pay It Forward 3. But yeah, I'll probably reach out to a couple of people to see if, uh, they would be willing to keep passing it forward. But um, here's a hobby hack. Five Below carries a bag of different makeup sponges for like $5 with several different types and textures in the bag. Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's a good tip.
Did I just hear
Good
a Fiddler
job.
on the Roof reference in there, Mythos? You absolutely did. When I was in high school in theater and tech crew, that was the musical we did that year.
Wow.
And I would have kept doing musicals for the rest of my high school, except, I got kicked out of high school. But that is a story for another time.
Yeah, you're not going to leave that alone after this.
Well,
I need to know that.
I
You can't
said,
just say that.
I'd say that to an educator and walk away. Wait, what happened?
Get
Okay, I
out.
say kicked out. I technically misunderstood and walked away. So I used to be a hot-headed teenager, as some of you know. Um, I was pretty hot-headed indeed, and and I look. I wasn't a great teenager. I was going through a rebellious phase, having having had growing up in military school for a little bit, and then a very strict drill sergeant dad. Then there was the whole abusive cycle, and then eventually divorce, and some really dark things went down in the process of that divorce. And so I was going through a rebellious phase. It's short,
Yeah,
long story short.
of course.
And Mythos the Salty Wolf was a hothead? No. See? Even Hellchild can't believe it. Um, and so then I got my son's mother pregnant in high school, and I didn't realize at the time that she was a little bit manipulative, and all the red flags were there. Let me tell you, it's a Wookiee. Thank you, sweetheart. He will probably move, but yep. Well, thank you for bringing him to me, anyways. And anyway, so one day we were staying while she was pregnant, we were staying together for a while. She claimed she was thrown out of her house, so she was living with me, and I was living with my mom. So We're all just high schoolers doing not great things. I come home from school one day. We usually walked home together. She wasn't there, and and she's pregnant at this point, and there was yeah, Wookie said no. There was an empty bottle of Boone's Farm, and uh, some dramatic circumstances, right? And what she had told me was that the I was at the time I was on the track for a scholarship program, and I was on the high school wrestling team, and I was like 13 in the state, and I had
Wow.
I was doing well academically, and so I went from being on a track for college to obviously a huge drop in my performance, and then I got a girl pregnant, and it looked my principal was concerned I was going to drop out of school, and anyways, so allegedly what happened is that the principal brought her in the office and asked, like what her intentions were with me, and um, that I already had some colleges looking at me, and I had a promising, future, that we should consider that before we make any rash decisions. And allegedly, he said some very derogatory things to her during that discussion, which again, now knowing that she's manipulative, I'm sure didn't happen. So me, standing up for my woman, I marched down to the school and told the principal off. And what I was told at the time is, uh, you are expelled, right? Get out of the school, never come back, kind of thing. I may have used some very strong, aggressive language at the time. I didn't realize at the time you have to have a hearing to be expelled for a proper expulsion, so I was written down as quit. Um, so yeah. So long story short, there were some mistakes made. I was told I was expelled. I thought I was expelled. I was written as a dropout, and it eventually went to the GED route. So
Yeah.
some
Well,
personal.
thank you. And it was very brave of you to go and take that GED and go back. And in spite of everything, you got it right on back on track and you kept going. So I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, brother. I
Yeah.
I did stay out of school for a couple of years and just worked, and then eventually I'm like, I need to finish what I started and go back, and I don't want to be a
Amazing.
dropout forever,
Right. Yeah. It's important.
So yeah,
You're important.
thank you, brother. You're important.
Yeah.
And I have gotten over, the. I mean, I think we all struggle with something. So, but I believe I am past the worst of my aggressive, uh, hot-headedness that has plagued me in the past. Me and the
I
missus.
can say for certain you have, because earlier in the stream, he was showing a very important video, and I didn't even realize. And I thought there was something wrong, and you were trying to fix something. So I was like, let me get the chat engaged.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, we should play it at the end, so properly, and I can shut the up. Shut up. Yeah, I was. How about that? Towards the end.
um, Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor says me and the missus have a tradition where we watch Fiddler every Christmas Eve. That's awesome.
Tradition.
Uh, Hellworks
Yes.
was also expelled without a hearing after breaking the dean of students' nose. Woo, feisty.
All right, kids watching, don't break people's noses in school.
Oh yeah, especially. And I mean no offense by this hell child. I mean no offense at all. But he is a self-proclaimed graybeard, and the world is a lot different than it was back then. And I'm sure these days that would result in jail time and a permanent record. And the way that school violence is such a hot topic these days, it would probably involve like I don't know, like
Scary.
some swatting, federal action kind of deal.
It's really scary. Like school shootings and stuff.
Oh yeah, he grabbed
Like what
me.
would
Okay, he grabbed him from behind in the middle of a fight. Oh yeah, I guess you didn't realize who you were swinging at the time. That is different than just hauling off and hitting your administrator in the face, I guess. But still, we would like to say that here, TMP and Wolfbrother Hobbies, we don't condone this kind of behavior.
no. No. If you're gonna break somebody's nose, become a boxer.
And as an adult, and realizing that I had been manipulated in the past. This poor uh, principal at my school. I'm sure half of what my ex told me probably didn't happen, and there was everything was over dramatized, and I probably went and told this poor man off for no good reason, who was probably looking out for me, you know. So
Well, if that's the case, maybe you should track him down and just talk. Have some closure. It's healthy. Sorry, psycho therapy here, but but having
yes,
closure is really cool. You'll never have that hanging over your head again. It feels great. So
that's a good point.
yeah,
I might
I
try and
think that's
look him up.
important. Yeah. I
Hell,
see. I believe in that because, like, this life is short, right? And then we don't get to do and make amends and stuff like that before it's all over. So
it's true.
you got this one life, and yeah, sure. I think we could grab a cup of coffee or something.
Well,
I
we
don't know.
we live in different states now,
Okay. Oh, well, Cole.
but yeah, I was about to say yeah.
Nice film.
Rob isn't wrong for sure. And Hellchild also doesn't condone that kind of behavior. He says, but do defend yourself and those who can't defend themselves. I agree. I agree.
That was me in high school. Defender of the defenseless. I used to look for bullies. Target bullies. Because a big kid. I used to work out all the time. I was buff, believe it or not.
I can.
Played football. Yeah.
No, you were a football guy.
Yeah. Lineman.
Very nice. Very nice.
Mhm. Then basketball in college. They liked the way I could stand my ground.
When
But then,
I whenever I see like your and obviously, you said you used to be more buff back then, but just knowing your physique now and how like just towering you are, for some reason, like my brain always goes to uh, basketball first. Whoop.
yeah. Yeah. That was good. Till my Achilles tendons popped, and that ended that.
Oh man,
So I had to repair that. They had to re-sew it back onto my ankle, and I couldn't dunk after that.
no, I bet
It took me a
Achilles
long time to be able to dunk. I had to put weights on and jump. And, oh my god, it was crazy. I got
Achilles
my
for
legs off.
you and my ACL.
Yeah, it's always something, right?
Always
Sometimes
something.
you push your body too far beyond its limit because that's what they demand of you. But what they don't know is that they break the body and they move on. They do.
It's
These recruiters, sports is great and having all that, but they intentionally they intentionally ruin your body simply because they push you to the limits where humans weren't supposed to go at some point. There is a limit, and you keep on pushing for it. Sometimes you get a lot of injuries in sports, and it's because of that. But
Sure.
hey, it's better than the gladiatorial pits, I guess.
Sure, sure. You and your bully hunting ways would have fit into Hellworks' crew. Uh,
I know. I know.
he also says
Yep.
defense 2 years, state both years. Oh, defense 2 years, state 2 years, then expulsion, the graduation 6 months early with a 4.0, and then the Marines. Wow, that was a roller coaster ride.
Wow. That's amazing.
Garrett,
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
absolutely. Garrett says he made. Luckily, I made it through football without breaking anything. Might have messed up some joints, but nothing broken. Man, so I first hurt my knee in wrestling before I got kicked out of school, and it was because I was on the lower end of the weight classes, and I wrestled in the 160 to 170 range, and they
Hmm.
didn't have anyone at one of our matches that was my weight class. And they were like, we have one other person who doesn't have an opponent in a weight class. So you could wrestle him if you want, but we're going to go ahead and warn you, y'all's weight classes aren't anywhere near each other. And this guy was 220, and I was 160. And I went for a suplex because I wasn't like, this is a big guy, I should fight him differently. No, my brain was like, okay, well, then I'm just going to go through the match the way I normally go through and try to suplex someone, you know, that much heavier than me. And I felt something pop in my knee. I never got it checked out or anything, but that's the one that ended up later when I went for a tornado kick, ended up ripping, and my body just kept spinning. Um, so that was fun. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, other than that, I really loved wrestling and kickboxing. What's funny is
I think,
that I mentioned at the beginning of the show I was a big Power Rangers fan, right? I'm
yeah.
after I tore my leg, I'm staring up at the lights,
Oh,
and
wow.
um, you know, it's such a scary feeling when there's a part of your body you can't move or control, and you're giving
Oh,
your
yeah.
body the mental command to move, and it doesn't. Like it's such a scary feeling.
Yeah.
And I realized I had just reenacted a scene in Power Rangers to myself without even trying. Because I was
Oh,
practicing um, for an upcoming competition, right? And I was, and one of my favorite things to compete in at the time was forms. Um, and I, had a routine that I was still couldn't get smooth enough. It still felt a little bit sloppy, and I was trying to get the routine down for forms. And I thought to myself, like, oh my gosh, like I got to where I would practice in the parking lot for like half an hour, waiting, half an hour to an hour, depending on how long it took for my mom to finish closing up the restaurant when, where I was working had closed. And so I was like, man, here I am, doing a full, 40-hour work week. And I practice in my off time. I practice on my days off. I practice every day after work too. I was like, maybe I'm just, I getting, and I felt like I was getting sloppier, even though I was practicing all the time. And I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. And I was allowing myself to be sloppy. So then, instead of just doing forms, going through, because usually when you're practicing, you're not going full speed, like you're trying to go contact and stuff like that. Like, what, let me put intention behind it, like I'm actually fighting. So I put strength and speed into it, and I was going through the routine, and that's when I came through the tornado kick that stuck, where my foot, landed flat-footed and stuck, and my body kept spinning. And anyways, that same scene kind of happens in Power Rangers. I was warned like 5 years before I did this or whatever with a movie, where one of the characters who gets written out of the show or the movie, he says the same thing. He's practicing for a competition and says, maybe we're not trying hard enough, but then, he ends up going over the ropes and breaking his back. But I'm just like, in that same way of pushing myself too hard, that's when I ended up hurting myself. Like,
Mhm.
I was like, darn you, Rocky tried to tell me. Also,
Wow.
it's funny where your mind goes when you're just like in shock,
The, the wisdom of Power Rangers.
The wisdom of Power Rangers.
Yeah, man.
I feel like, meta somewhere, somebody's like, we're going to put this message in one of his favorite shows, so that way he'll definitely get the message and not hurt himself in the future. And then I'm like, I definitely still will. uh, Hellworks did wrestling, baseball, and soccer in high school, then played rugby
Wow.
in the Marines.
Oh, dang.
Plus football, he did defensive line. He was also a catcher and goalie. Weighed almost 280 in wrestling. Gym was his church. That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Man, so, obviously our bodies are so much different when we're, teenagers. But he has still a very big and strong physique, but he's got that kind of wiry build now.
Mhm.
Thomas does. And so it's mind blowing to think of him at like 280 when, like the wiry, very like, tight, like corded muscle, is the version of him I've known. That is cool though.
Yeah.
Man, I think I've done more talking about drama in my past tonight than actually talking about hobby tonight.
You should name this one Things Get Real.
Definitely. I think. Oh yeah, I did learn how to do that. Birthday stream. Things get real. It's funny.
See how we do naming conventions on the fly, brother. On the fly.
That's right. And normally I would be like, oh, I'll have to edit that later. But now I've learned how to do that midstream.
Oh, yeah. What else have you done midstream?
Stopping midstream and then restarting. That one's a skill you got to practice. That one doesn't
Oh,
come
yeah.
naturally.
Yeah. Stopping and starting. Yeah, definitely. It's like, one day we're going to be playing in a league and it's going to be geriatrics hammer because we're going to be so old.
Geriatric hammer. That'll be one day.
Roll that D6, damn it.
After the girls put
Sorry.
me in a home someday, be trying to start a league in the retirement home. Have everybody meet after our early birth in the rec room for a painting lesson.
Nice.
Oh man, if I can still paint when I get there. I've been getting a lot of soreness going from my thumb down my wrist here. I feel like I might be getting a touch of
Carpal tunnel.
carpal. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
Where do
hitting
you
real
lean
tender.
your arms when you paint?
Um, one on my armrest and one on the keyboard tray to my desk here.
Okay. I wonder if the position is what's causing it or something, agitating it.
Possibly.
I don't know. I hope I could still paint. I love painting.
Talking about starting a painting lesson after in the retirement home. Uh, Hellwork says that battle damage is wicked. That's not battle damage. I have tremors. Hey, I encourage
Oh,
the hobby at all skill levels, tremors or not.
remember when we used to go to the hobby store and there was people behind the counter? Now it's all automated. You want to say hello, howdy do? They don't even respond back. They're like, you forgot the tax on that or something. Would you like this? It's on sale. AI stuff. That's what it's. That's what it's gonna be. That's gonna be. Don't trust it. Don't poke at it with a stick.
I love that's your last complaint. AI stuff. Insert random complaint about AI. Oh man, that's funny.
No, that's fine. I like. I'm growing old gracefully. Speaking of getting graceful in my years, it's a good segue for my hobby buying progress.
Oh yeah, I forgot we haven't done a show since you did that. It's funny because I was watching your last tutorial and you were like, "Yeah, I want this, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. Let me know if you think I should get in the comments below." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I wonder."
Well, I was waiting for someone to comment below, but nobody did, so I just preemptive striked. Maybe one day someone is going to leave a comment.
That was me.
So
That was me.
that's all it is, a tipping point. So what I did is I have a thing for Primarchs because I have to paint them. Right? I do. Um, so I have all the Primarchs now, and I have little forces, well, little-ish forces, at least 1,000 points, if not 2,000 for most. And not Death Guard. I have a lot of Death Guard. But yeah, so I went Fulgrim. That was the only one I didn't have. So I went there. And I long ago bought the Noise Marine blister pack, the
Yep.
one that had that Mohawk. I still have him. He's still on blister and everything. Maybe I should sell him. They're going for a lot of money these days. In any case, so and that, and I have the spider. What's his name? That he cloned Fulgrim,
Yeah.
the spider. Gosh, chat, help us out here.
Oh my
We need your
gosh,
help.
I see him right
Oh,
here. Um.
yes. That. Man, no. Man. He made the new men. I know that. Uh,
Fabius Bile. Thank you.
Fabius Bill. Fabulous Bill. Yes, Fabius Bile. I read the 3 books and I love the series and I love the character. He is not a good guy, but is also very respectful. Like you can understand, they always write that into the stories, the villains. They make them like, it makes it seem like, hey, they're not so bad. They're just chaos.
Thank you so much, chat.
Yes, thank you. Yes. So since I had that, what I did was I said to myself, all right, Christmas boxes, right? Fulgrim's in one. Okay. I just can't get that box because that box isn't really a complete army. I can't really table that. So I said, okay, so here's the thing. If it doesn't sell out, then I'm gonna pick one up, and I am gonna pick up the original Army release box, which I paid like $300 for. It's great. Sorry, I had to get it, and then I bought a Combat Patrol box of Emperor's Children. So there it is. So I have all that coming in to paint pink and black. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun painting pink, using the pink
I,
color and painting it and learning how to really do something. And I think I would love to be like synthwavy with them. I would love to do a synthwave army, and it would be yes. All right, I think I'm doing that.
as someone
I'm going to
who
learn how to synthwave.
as someone who loves painting pink, and I have a whole I have a tutorial I've never put out, like I've filmed but never put out on doing some synthwave stuff.
Oh,
Um,
you got to do it.
yeah, I really should get around to editing that. Um, yeah, I would love to see you paint pink. I think that'll be fun. And
Oh,
if you're looking for, which I know this is not you, but if you ever decide that and I know if you ever decide you want to be strong in your local shop, you have your tower army. But if you want to be combat strong, uh, Emperor's Children is so good. Although they're also really good at shooting too. They're just really good in general. Their noise variants will just blow people away.
yeah, they will blow people away for sure. Um, I also did another thing that I haven't shared.
Yes.
AOS Seraphon. So I had a Vanguard box, which is the same as a Combat Patrol,
Hmm.
but for AOS. So I had a Vanguard box of Seraphon, and my idea was I was gonna start painting like a darkish pink bubblegum color for the chests piece, and the carapace would be blue, contrasting colors, really make it pop. But the whole plan was absolutely no airbrush. Like I have to do everything by hand, and I have to make the transitions by hand, everything. So it was just a project, just to do the patrol box because I had no intention of collecting a Seraphon army. But I just thought it would be cool. Well, guess what faction my wife loves?
You got a new Seraphon arm. I mean, she got a new Seraphon.
Yeah, I do. So I bought that army box too, which I got for a steal. It was like 190, and it was going for 300 or 250, but it was like 190. I was like, all right, that's
That's
pretty good.
awesome. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, especially for an entire army box. And it has the rule books and everything else. Like, it's pretty good. And I don't have Lord Croak, which is the biggest bad. So that's something I maybe can get for Christmas. I don't know. Or not. I've gotten so much stuff. I should not get any more. But however, I digress. I also got there's another Vanguard box that came out. So I have two Vanguard boxes now. And yeah, I'm looking at the Battle Force box from last year, I think it was from AOS. So I'm looking at that one, possibly getting it, but I'm not sure if I could put the mini Lord Croak, have two in my army. I guess you can have three technically, but I wouldn't want to place like three Nagashas down or something like that, or anything like that. I don't know. I gotta see. If it is, then I'll splurge and buy it. um, Only because of Seraphon came out so well. If you want to see a great Seraphon video, I am going to release one on how I painted that. Or have I? No, I think I released it already. Yeah, Seraphon, because I'm on Skaven now.
You know, for
Yeah, so I released a video on how I did that. Yeah,
so for someone who doesn't play Age of Sigmar, I
yeah.
always, if one of the channels I'm sub to puts out a Seraphon video, I always tend to watch it, except for maybe like the Lord Croak because he's less dinosaur and more frog. Uh, but in general, I tend to watch most content creators' Seraphon videos because I just love watching people paint the dinosaurs and the lizard warriors and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
game shout out to Gamers with Coffee. they found a version for one-page rules that's like sci-fi Seraphon, where like if you were to put Seraphon in 40K, and I was like that would be so cool because I love the miniatures for Seraphon. I just nobody in my community really plays. I mean,
Brother, I have something to tell you about that. So, Seraphon were the ones that were fighting against the Catan and the creation of 40K,
really,
I guess. Yeah. So, and then, the Necron, they made the Necrons. One of them made the Necrons, the other one made the Orcs as their like champions to fight. But the Orcs back in those days were very intelligent.
yeah, the
That
court,
made them, yeah.
yeah,
And
the
they
courts,
unified. So, yes. And they devolved after a long time. The last of the intellectual ones died out, but now it's just more crude. But yeah, that was very, very scary. But again, there was the Necrons that they did. The Catan did the promise to the people that it was going to cure them because they had cancerous sores and everything else, and they said they were going to make them immortal. And in doing so, they stole half the souls from half the people, made them automaton, and some the other half of the people, their flesh was gone and they became robots.
yeah,
So you had that. And there's the fight, of course. One of the lords wants to, bring back the humanity back to them and cure them, and the other half wants to destroy everything. So you have that civil war kind of happening within the Necrons too.
yeah.
But that's oh no, I digress. But yeah. Those old ones that fought the Catan, it was Slan, man. they were they were the Seraphon. Now they don't actually play in 40K right now, but they're part of the lore, which is
That's
I mind blowing. I love it, and it's very many times that Games Workshop said that both of those universes are completely different. But come on, man, you use the same frog people. You use the same people to create the universe, and then say that. But then again, when the universe was created, that was like the 80s. Yeah, so.
fair.
Yeah. But
That's
yes,
really
there
neat.
is technically Seraphon and 40K.
Is that now? I've
Yeah,
heard. I forget what they're called, but I heard that there are Eldar Dino Riders. And there's a faction of Eldar that do that. I wonder if that's along the same path. What do you
maybe.
call them? The name for those
The
Eldars
Sphinx.
escapes me.
Oh, I don't know the name for the Eldar now.
Exodites.
Gosh.
Thank you so much. The end.
Oh my gosh, the chat is
Exodites.
just coming in
They
clutch.
are. Our chat is
Yeah.
very knowledgeable. And also good to see you
Yes.
the end.
Yes. These are all the
And agreeing
lights.
with you, Hellwork says, yeah, it was the early 80s. I hope you're doing well. I don't know where you are, but if you were stateside, I hope you had a great holiday. Enjoy your holiday weekend. And if you're not stateside, I hope you're having a great weekend in general. Greg said good night. Good night, my brother. You guys have an amazing weekend. And
Absolutely, man. Thank you for hanging out, brother.
And then this Saturday, we're having our group Thanksgiving with the extended family. So we're going to be out with them. But I will definitely catch your guys' show after the fact. Lately, I've noticed Greg mentioned how sometimes I leave comments with timestamps so I can show what I'm responding to or commenting on in the comments.
Mhm.
Yes, I did. I also had an amazing holiday week. It has been incredible, and I'm hoping to carry the good vibes on through the weekend. Get to visit with legendary YouTuber Darklight Dreamer in the morning. We're going to hang out, have some breakfast and coffee, and watch some more Jujutsu Kaisen together. And then on Sunday, we've got the group Thanksgiving with the extended family. So it's going to be fun. It's a fun weekend. Good vibes continuing all on through the weekend. And also, in 2 days, so I think group Thanksgiving will actually be on one of our sister's birthday. So yeah. GWC Coffee. Oh, I'm staying on for a bit. Okay. Yes! Well, actually, we have been drinking Gamers with Coffee. This time, though, my wife got me a specialty coffee for Star Wars called Double Saber Blend, which we're going to be trying out together. But often, yes, Gamers with Coffee. Speaking of which, I want to try that new Dubai chocolate coffee from Gamers with Coffee. You know, I keep saying every week that I'm going to add them to Nightbot. Let me go ahead and open up a tab with Nightbot. So that way I can fix this after the show.
Sounds fair.
Dashboard. Okay, I've got the dashboard up, so I can't forget to do it this time. But gamerscoffee.shop. Because I like to plug our friends over at, and I mean that in, I like to plug our friends over at Gamers with Coffee. They have a bunch of delicious coffees there, including a brand new Dubai chocolate inspired coffee, which I am itching to try. I need to order my cup of that sometime soon. My pleasure. My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. But yeah, check them out. Maybe get you some special coffees for that special coffee lover in your life, guys. Especially coming up on the holidays.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And of course, if you guys plan on getting any hobby materials for anyone special in your life, I mean, paints and hobby supplies make great stocking stuffers. And if you do decide to do that, why, this channel is sponsored by our brother, Paint Minis Live, who has his own shop that Nightbot will keep posting up the link for. And over at Paint Minis Live's web store, they carry all kinds of hobby materials, including books for Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder. They carry paints, D&D miniatures. They carry hobby supplies like paintbrushes. They even carry my favorite paint brand and hobby supply brand, which is Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl paints. Fantastic paints that I absolutely love using. And if you buy from Paint Minis Live, of course, for no additional cost, it just shows him that my referral sent you, and it helps support the channel. I like a dark roast with Baileys. Ooh, dark roast and Baileys is good. Although, ever since one of our trips to the anime convention known as A-Kon, I haven't been able to drink Irish cream since then. One of our convention times, we usually like to go with the extended family. There was like, I think that's the year we got the van, and there was like 16 of us that went to this convention together, and we all crammed into 2 adjoining hotel rooms, right? We were all packed together having a good time at this convention. And a lot of us, we stopped by Specs on the way. We were of age, of course, but we stopped by Specs, and most of us, I don't know, I think we at a recent birthday party before that, I think it was at Darklight's birthday party, somebody had brought Irish cream, and we really enjoyed it. And so many of us before this trip to the convention, we were all planned on doing some drinking at this convention. We all got these huge bottles of Baileys, and we went to this convention, right? And one night after we were drinking, I was the first one finished with my bottle of the Irish cream. And next thing you know, my brother Kane was sitting next to me, and we were running a tabletop roleplay session think we were playing Dragon Age at the time. Anyway,
Hmm.
anyways, so I would do things like uh, Brother Kane next to me. I'd be like, okay, I need you to roll such and such, such and such. And he'd lean to his left to look at his character sheet, and I would take his glass and drink some of his Irish cream. And I did that to a couple of people, but I got away with it several times with Kane. And at one point, I had Kane interact with somebody down at the other end of the table, like, okay, role play out this scenario with them, you know, and you know, talk to them. You know, you meet this person on the street, talk to them, yada yada. And I was kind of directing the trap, but I kept directing him with my hand gestures towards the person at the end. And when he turned to, you know, talk to them in character, I skipped the glass and took his bottle and started drinking from his bottle. And then he turned to look
Oh
back
my
at me,
God.
and he's like, "Wait a minute!" And he grabbed it back. But I had at conventions, often you have to stand in line to get your entry pass, even if you pre-register. Although it's a lot smoother nowadays, but at the time it was like that was the first time they introduced a new system, and it was like the biggest convention turnout that they had ever had by like several thousand people. And so the line was like, I think we were in line for 2 hours, and I had the worst hangover that morning, so I paid for it. Ever since then, like at one point, I literally just like they had like a couple of trash cans, you know, in the convention room. Yes, I did get my. Oh, I should have grabbed that from the fridge and showed it off to you guys. Yes, I did get it. Thank you so much.
What you get? Oh,
I got when I ordered my last bag of coffee from Gamers with Coffee. I also got one of their Gamers with Coffee magnets.
oh, nice.
Wait, I think I have a picture of that somewhere that I can show everyone. Uh, um, but yeah, so like at one point I even went and got sick into the trash can while in line for my badge at this convention. I was a mess. I was a
Oh
mess.
my God.
Um, but then between having 2 hours in line to sober up a little bit and the great American uh, uh, hangover cure, I went and got some super greasy nachos. We went to this diner across the street, got some super greasy nachos to help soak up some of that the next day, and then I was feeling much better. But man, those 2 hours with the hangover were pure suffering in line. Lightweight, yes. I felt like a big man at the time, but I turned out to be a lightweight. There's my I'm not going to leave it on the screen too long. But yeah, there's my Gamers with Coffee magnet. As well as my kiddo there on the fridge. And also, I still have the wedding invite to one of my friend's weddings, even though it's long past. It's just cool to have gotten the invite. So, yeah. Got the Gamers with Coffee magnet. Next to my Everyday Dose magnet. So, 2 coffee magnets there.
Very cool.
I'm just in storytelling mode tonight. I just saw a Hellworks comment about Bailey's, and I was like, oh, I have a story about Bailey's. What's a hangover? And have you ever drank yourself sober? I have not. I have never drank myself sober. It looks good. Thank you. You have very nice stuff. And it was a pleasure ordering it. And I will be ordering more at some point. But it was cute because like I went and ordered my coffee and it was like, would you like to add anything to your order? And I was like, ooh, magnet. Get one of those for the fridge. I have. Man, I don't know how that even works to drink yourself sober. All right, Teach, I need you to explain the physics of that to me.
Yeah. That's impossible. Like, impossible.
All right, chat. I'm going to leave it up to you. I have these Terminators on the desk, and I'm tempted to do them
Ooh.
just because they're sitting in front of me. What should I paint up next now that I've finished the Blood Claws? Should I start working on Grey Hunters or these Terminators? There's also the Head Takers too, but I want to limit. I think I'll want it between the the Grey Hunters or the Terminators. Let me know what you think, chat. You as well.
Grey Hunters, go for
Grey Hunters.
it. Huh.
You know what? That makes sense. Keep us synchronized. Me and my 10, and you and your 30.
30. About right. It'll take me too long. You see, I rifle through some of them whenever I have the time.
It's true. It's true. Ashley also says Hunters. Hellwork says Terminators. Good spread.
Yeah, those are fun.
Definitely, I feel like the biggest thing that slowed me down with the Blood Claws is just how much I was traveling. As
You have the
far
Terminators yeah.
as far as I know, I
Mhm.
only have one December trip planned, so hopefully I can get stuff done this year. Not this year,
Oh,
this
yeah.
month. I had to knock on wood because, at any point I can get a call and say, the client here wants to talk to you, or a face-to-face meeting. Mini War Mutt, good to see you, my brother. He also says Termies. We are at 50-50 now.
So, quick question. The ones that you showed me earlier that had a really great transition, which one are those?
Those are the Wolfguard Terminators, the brand new
I think
ones.
you should go. Yeah, you should do that. They look amazing. And you're so excited. I know. Do it. I
All
would be
right.
excited as well.
Very cool. Brian, isn't it past your bedtime? This is what Ashley said. I'm not saying anything. Actually, sometimes Mini Warma does streams after my stream's over, so he has a late bedtime. Hellwork says he's calling up my work. Hello, Mythos needs to paint more, so no trips till next year. That's right. You tell him how it works.
That's right. Let them know how it's done. Taking time away from our friend. Okay.
Ooh. Also, when I did the sub-assemble the Terminators, one thing I didn't mention on the sub-assembly, I did said a couple of the weapons, all the shields, and the helmets are all sub-assembled. I don't actually know if I'll keep the helmets, because as cool as the helmets look, the way the box art has all the grizzled, veteran faces,
Yeah.
those just look really good. At the very least, I'm pretty sure the pack leader. The only thing is, I really like the highlight I did on the faces, because I remember you saying like the faces need a good highlight.
Yeah.
But something about those grizzled faces, I think, just really makes those sculpts stand out. I can save those heads for something else.
hmm Or, I mean, the grizzle faces we can do. It's going to be great. I'm going to show you today how I did faces, and it's super simple, and how I was always overthinking it. But you can. It's not by any means the only way to do it, but it comes with a pretty cool effect and pretty quickly. And it's simple. So simple. So simple. All right. Let me see if I can get some of that done right now. Because right now, I took apart the entire hairbrush and put it back together. And the reason why I did that is because the glue that I was using, I was spraying for so many miniatures that some of the paint dried inside this small little nozzle on the inside. So, I dipped that into isopropyl alcohol and I slowly scooped that out with a needle that I have. And very, very softly scoop that out. And then once I clean it, it flows again, which it's a lot of work. So I never disassembled that. So this is the first time that I put that one together. So this entire time after I sprayed this, I was working on putting that together for the entire show. Anyway, I'm going to do the
I'm.
plate system in just a bit.
We
Getting set
were
up.
talking before the show about how it would be nice if there was a really good YouTube channel to show us, good things about that. Because like a lot of channels have an intro to starting to use the airbrush, and maybe
Mhm.
even a cleaning video. But there are very few in-depth how to maintain your airbrush from a hobbyist or miniature painter's perspective. Usually you have to go to a special airbrush channel, and they'll give you some information. So we feel like it's a pretty good niche. And Brother Rob was talking about how, you know, maybe a little preview could be an upcoming series for Brother Rob.
Maybe.
Having it,
Maybe. I
uh,
think mine will be just top 10 things that I learned because I don't know how much because I can get in depth with it. But yeah, yeah, maintaining the airbrush is definitely
we
the
may
most
both
important thing.
we may both end up doing a top 10 from our own perspectives, our own
Yeah,
learnings.
there we go.
Ashley's heading
Sounds like
out. Have a
fun.
great night, Ashley, and you and
Take
Greg
care,
have a
Ash.
wonderful weekend.
Get these spice marines out of the way. Okay. Get my glasses, put it up there because when there's paint in my glasses, usually I say, great, I painted my glasses again. You ever get paint on your glasses?
All the time.
Yeah.
Usually, it's from when like I'm mixing something in the cup of the airbrush, or maybe just bubbling it. When I'm putting water in to rinse it out. And bubbling it to get some stuff from the inside of the brush. And it'll
Yeah.
splash up. If I've pulled the trigger too hard.
Oh my God, I hate that.
Oh, speaking of little things, learning about maintaining our airbrushes, I didn't notice at some point the O-ring around, where the nozzle thread is. I take off that thing all the time to get in there and clean the airbrush. And like
Yeah.
I very seldom do a full disassemble, but I often will soak it, then take off the tip guard, and have the nozzle exposed and clean it out with the toothbrush and stuff like that. And anyways, I didn't realize it's until recently. At some point, that O-ring went missing, and I was like, "Oh man, no wonder why it seems like my spray patterns have been wider lately." And so before I did
Hmm.
these Terminators, I ordered a new Iwata O-ring and was able to, I was like, "Oh, here's
Awesome.
where my control went." Okay, I thought it was just my trigger control. I was like, "Man, my spray patterns are so wide lately."
Yeah, it almost appeared like there was only two modes to your airbrush, on, off.
Yeah,
Like it was either all the way on or all the way off.
yeah.
That's what it looked like, a little. So yeah, now these that you did here, they look glowing. That's really good work, man.
Thank you, brother.
I'm just really proud of you, man. That's awesome. Ah, okay, let's do faces.
All right, we've got you on theater mode,
Oh,
full
I only have
screen.
one face, and I gotta put this in. I gotta lean the camera in, and then flippity doo. And I wish I gotta get lower. All right, hold on. Mm. Let me see. Am I blocking? Yeah, it's blocking. Maybe over here. It's laying on the camera. This thing is laying on the camera. All right, then you got to get closer. Well, and there's that. We're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Hold on a second.
Hellworks ordered 2 more airbrushes from Galler? That sounds vaguely familiar. I think that's the same
What is
brand
it?
as Galler? Geller?
Gallery?
I think that's the brand
Hmm.
that when Freak started up his own channel, he did a review of with a trigger with the trigger style airbrush he was testing. I think that's the brand that
Mm.
Freak switched over to. Yeah, okay, that is
Mm.
the one that Freak uses. And the end says, yeah, Barbados Rex has a new collab with them. Ooh.
All right. In a full theater mode, let me get the head. There it is. All right, here it is. Here's the head, and it's all in black. I actually brush primer that. And what you're doing is you're going to take your favorite skin tone and you go to Zenithal Prime. And that's it. I'll show you. It's insane. The contrast. I don't know if you can see that.
Uh huh. And what color did
Can
you
I get closer?
undercoat with?
Black.
Oh wow, straight from black to
That's
skin
it.
tone, huh?
Black. I think I used this one for one. I try different skin tones. It comes out phenomenally. And as you can see, look, there's a lot of detail there, and the contrast is like bussin'. Now, what you can do is you can take some of the contrast, what is it, speed paints or contrast paints,
Uh huh.
and just brush over the hair, and that's it.
That is awesome.
um, for gray beards, all I did was take what was it? Administratum gray? No, 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 no. It was a white. Let me see. I gotta have it over here. Uh, Hold on. I'm just looking for this paint. There's so many paint. God, I have so much paint. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think it was. No. Good night. I. Oh, here it is. Corax White.
Okay.
And all I did was edge highlight the beard, almost dry brush. Like it's just edge highlight the beard, and leaving it the skin color. It reads as gray
That's
because of
awesome.
the highlights. Yes, it's insane. It's insane. Another example is a little close up of the wolf priest that I did. As you can see over there, I don't know how close I can get without getting blurry. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
bit.
So you can. How about that? Is that blurry?
Oh, that's
Let
worse.
me see.
It's just focusing on like the creases of your finger.
All right. How about there?
That's good right there. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So you can see there's a lot of detail
Yeah.
and how I left the beard skin color, but it looks gray.
Yeah, it reads as
It looks
gray
like
for
gray.
sure.
Yeah, that's skin color and just doing the little edge highlights.
That is
Less is
awesome.
more, brother. Yeah, less is more. And I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to do one right now. But yeah, the detail is just amazing. And it is so easy. I am so excited. It is so easy. It's insane. All right. I knew I remembered it before. So I'm going to fire up the air compressor again. Sorry about the noise. All right. Right now I have a dry airbrush, which is good. It's happy. It's in its happy place. I'm going to take a cup. Oh, no, 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 no. There's something else in it. Oh, okay. any case, things I need. Okay. Whenever I want something, it's never in front of me. Okay.
Things like that do disappear from our desks when we reach for them.
Yes, they do. They do. Okay. I got it right around the corner of my desk, so I'll be
Alrighty.
back in a second. Okay. Oh, yeah, I got like 2,000 of these things. All right.
Very nice.
We're going to take one of these. And the first part of our recipe, and I'll show you the recipe over here, how I thin things down. All right, what do you get? This is a very nasty looking bottle of Airbrush Flow Improver. This thing is golden. This is great. And I have just regular water. Yeah. So this is distilled water. Okay. So there is what I use there with the paint, and that's all I use to thin. That's it. Ratios, you'll see. I'm going to show you right on camera how chaotic this is. All right. Which skin color did I pick over before? I don't even see the skin color. There it is. All right, so I'm using basic skin tone, but you can really use anything. Basic skin tone, 70.815. Carne básico. Because they're a Spanish company, and I love saying it in Spanish. Vallejo model color, very old bottle. You can tell I've been around. I have the olders. They changed up the design and everything. I'm shaking it up. I put 2 metal balls in there. So
He
you hear a little
has
clicking,
two
clacking.
balls.
All right. I had to do that dramatic pause. All right, now I'm going to go. All right. That's a lot. All right. Why did I do that? I have no idea. But I have so much paint, it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm very good. Redo all my faces. One shot. Okay. Yeah, look, that's what I do. See, I just pour. It doesn't matter. It looks like it's creeping around in there. There it is. Watch this. I'm going to put some more. Okay, that's good. All right. All right. We're pretty good with that. I think it seems really good. Just swirl it around in there. And then I am going to take the back of a paintbrush and just mix it around. And I'll bring it up onto the walls. I see that there's some opaqueness. I don't know if you can see that. It's the way it's staying on the walls. There's no bubbles. There's no chunkiness. There's nothing through the. Anytime you have chunkiness in the paint, it's going to clog your airbrush, and you're going to have a bad time with your airbrush all the time. So I go like this and I test it. That's why I always put it in these cups, because I want to test what I'm putting through my airbrush so I don't have a bad day. I learned this by Angel Gilderaz. He works for Vallejo, I think, and he's a Spanish painter. And the Spanish, man, let me tell you, they're very talented. And I learned a lot. And me having the language, Spanish, helped me break down some of those barriers so I can talk to people from around the world who are just so much better than me at painting. But the thing about me is that I may not be the best, but I am always trying. I'm always trying to improve, always be improving. All right. There it is. I'm going to test it down here. Let's see. Does it have opaqueness? Oh, yeah. Look at that.
That's got to
All
be
right,
a
there it
really
is.
fine pressure. What pressure are you
How to
running
do
out of
that.
curiosity?
I'm doing graffiti on my own. There. I'm going to go. Doing graffiti on my own table here. All right. It's like MTV. All right. Anyway. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Watch. Live. And then so. Let's get the back. I'll get a little closer. Just make it a little bit brighter, right in the face area. That's it. All right. Now he's ready for some contrast paint. I'm going to do it out.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so simple. So simple. And done. Oh, crazy, 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 crazy. Isn't that something?
That is something for sure.
There's something. You can do that. See? You can do that.
I noticed
That's easy.
with how thin you were running, you must have like a really low air pressure. What are you running at, if you don't mind me asking?
Between 30 and 40?
Okay. So not too low.
No. No, it's pretty decent. Yeah, I was afraid. Like, if I pulled the trigger back all the way, it'll leave a very, very broad pattern. But if I'm just lightly rocking, just to the point where just a little bit of paint comes out and go back and forth between a little bit of paint, not enough paint. A little bit of paint, not enough. Like threading the needle almost. You understand? Like
Yeah.
just.
You must have some really great trigger control. The end says that's high actually, and actually, yeah, thinking about it, I think I used to airbrush at like 25-ish. So yeah, that's you must have some pretty fine trigger control.
I do. But that comes in. Let's see it. So instead of pulling it all the way out,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yep.
And if I just pull it, just rock, look, this air, nothing's coming out, drilling it just a little bit back, a little bit back, a little bit back. See that?
Yep.
And that's control.
That's
That's
awesome.
how you get control. See that I was rocking the trigger back and forth just a little bit, not all the way, just a hair. That's how you get the control.
That's cool.
Also something you can do easily. Just practice.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's how I can do every single stone on a cobbled stone floor.
Oh yeah.
Just rocking it back just a little. I remember that one. That was for my Flesh Eater Quartz army, which was my pandemic army. That being said,
Yeah, if you go back and watch one of his Fleshier Court videos, you can see him highlighting individual cobblestones. It is insane. I saw that and that just blew my mind. That's
it
where
was all gently rocking back and forth with the control. That's all it was.
that's when I started joking about him airbrushing eyes on his minis.
I mean, I could do the makeup with the harder and Steinbeck that I got. I could do the makeup on a pig if it's a girl. It's the needles that thin.
Hellworks runs 25 to 30. 25 is the recommended starting point that the end was told to try, but he runs higher or lower based on his needs at the time. That's very cool. There was some love in the chat for the. I'm sure I'm butchering the name. The Galery that Hellworks bought on the Black Friday sale, and so the end said that there was a collaboration with Barbados Rex. I'm gonna pop over to that for a second just to show the chat. Anyone who's interested, $99. There's the A Series Galeri X Barbatos X A Series Swallowtail. It is a trigger style, which Hellworks says is more comfortable for his hand for longer. It comes in 28 millimeters, so you can get really fine. The 0.5 and then the 7 millimeter.
Nice.
Or 0.28, not, well, yeah, 0.28, 0.28, yeah. 0.28, 0.5, and 0.7. But very cool. It is normally on sale for $120. It's on sale for $99.99.
Nice.
It's a nice looking airbrush. And then, of course, you know, that's the trigger style. They have some other more traditional styles for anyone who prefers that, such as their Mobius, Mobius 02, 03. They're all on sale, or you know, on a Black Friday sale too for 60, 50, 80. That's pretty cool. Let's view all. I just want to take a look at these real quick, just because it's Galeri isn't a brand that I'm familiar with.
Guy Gayeri?
Gayeri.
Hey, forget about it. You know Gayeri. My Brooklyn kid now.
You doing it in the Brooklyn for some reason? I'm hearing a name that sounds like they could be related to Guy Fieri.
But
Gayeri.
guy, don't you know that guy? Everybody knows that guy. Come on. He's one of the
Okay, it
guys.
looks like this is an airbrush brand that is pretty focused around like model cars and Gundams. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a lot with the trigger pistol, that kind of hand grip. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's usually used for model but because you go back and forth and back and forth, and it actually trains you how to use one of the bigger sprayers, like for the cars and stuff, back and forth, which is something I always wanted to do. I wanted to paint some cars, man. I always want to paint some. I'd probably do some like really wicked designs and detail work. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
doing some
I'll
airbrush
do a
freehand.
lowrider.
I have a friend who's a tattoo artist. He used to run a channel called The Nerd Life, and he
Oh,
actually used his miniature airbrushing skills to start doing commissions on people's motorcycle helmets and stuff like that.
nice.
It was really cool. He did like a skull
Wow,
on one and a firebird on another. It was really cool.
that's awesome.
Those are really neat. Thanks for cluing me into those, chat. Your airbrush skills, Hellwork says, is a hobby goal.
Oh, thanks.
Tom is talking about how the trigger style is more comfortable, for him. And Ian says you can use that thing for hours, no discomfort. Nice. Hellworks bought the $60 one, but wants a swallowtail. Check out the new model they just released, the Aventus. All right, let's take a look. Oops. The Aventus Crimson Crown. Oops, that website is in Japanese. Okay. I was on a Japanese version of the Glary site, Garieri.
Do you know how to read in Japanese?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're going to switch back to articles and art.
Good plan.
All right. The Aventus airbrush has been wholly rebuilt from the ground up, re engineered, redefined, and reborn. Ooh. I don't know. Something about that design is kind of sleek and sexy. They might be Japanese. I don't know much about the company, to be honest. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's possible. Although, I don't, Gallieri doesn't sound particularly Japanese. It might just be a Japanese site, but who knows? Who knows? Every curve follows your hand's natural contour, offering the familiar comfort of holding a pen, but with better support. The result, unmatched balance, stability, and control. The Adventus redefines airbrush designs with its three-part modular body, CNC milled from a single block of aluminum. No welds, no seams. That sounds expensive. We haven't gotten to the price
Yes.
tag yet, but it sounds expensive already. Oh, nice little diagram inside and outside. That's cool. Wide round air cap, an 04 nozzle cap, 04 nozzle, or 0.4 nozzle.
We've
Uh,
included part of a meteorite from outer space into the handle. So you have a one-of-a-kind, space-related airbrush. Oh, the novelty of it all.
Endless color configurations with this 3-part modular body, letting you create an airbrush as unique as your craft. That also sounds expensive. This isn't just an upgrade, it's an evolution by design. I'm really getting expensive vibes. It looks great though. It's a beautiful airbrush. I wonder how it performs. You have the Black Aurora, very nice. I do like that in the black color. The Titan Mist, it's very kind of olive drab, or not olive drab, but the kind of the brown, kind of like the T-shirt underneath a military uniform. Midnight Tide Rex. Oh my gosh, that's the one I want. Why do I want this? I'm sure it sounds more expensive the more I look at this, but that one looks good. Oh my gosh. Verdant Ember. Okay, I was like, Verdant Ember, but you got the green on one side and the orange in the middle. That's cool. The Crimson Crown. Very cool. For those who pursue individuality and refined taste, the tailor-made Aventus puts creative control in your hands. With 10 anodized aluminum body colors and 10 handle options to mix and match, each refined to a 150 mesh satin finish, you can create over 100 unique combinations. A seamless blend of precision engineering and personal expression. The body can be engraved with up to 15 characters, choosing between 4 fonts. The special edition and a bespoke aluminum case crafted to reflect the same precision and elegance as the airbrush within, and includes the moisture trap and ever popular female quick release adapter.
Ooh la la.
For more information and ordering, check their website here. Let's see.
We should be sponsored by them with that kind of introduction. I mean, really.
The new one, Calm Island Max. Ooh, an ultra responsive main lever. I like the indentations there. That's very nice. The new teardrop shaped trigger that mirrors its fluid body design and redefines ergonomics, whether using your thumb or index finger. It fits naturally to your touch, delivering near instant response and effortless control. Its specially engineered base structure delivers near instant feedback, achieving what feels like a zero lag responsiveness. Oh, a new patent pending vortex nozzle system. New high precision vortex airflow design delivers finer atomization even at low pressure. Smooth, consistent spray. See how it works. A different kind of vortex. Air enters from a precise angle guided through the Aventus vortex nozzle, where it's shaped into a powerful spiral flow. This controlled vortex creates smoother, finer atomization, delivering cleaner spray patterns, stronger consistency, and exceptional detail with every pass. Wow, that is a cool looking nozzle. Choose your version. Okay, but where's the price? If you take this long to get to the price, it makes me
You
nervous.
have to ask.
Okay,
Cost as much
that's
as
not as bad as I thought. Oh, well, that's with the
it-
Black Friday sale. 159 now, but normally 200 bucks. I was honestly expecting that to be worse. But not worse, but more expensive,
Yeah. I think AI wrote that intro because it's too perfect.
For no reason in particular, I am going to bookmark this airbrush. Okay, y'all don't look at all the prawns in my browser history. Let's see. The new collab was on this midnight colorway. I really like that midnight tide color. They might be. Oh yeah. Looks like looks kind of like an infinity, but more practical. They do look nice. I have no idea. I had no idea they'll engrave your new airbrush for you. Wow, you're really selling it, bro. Well, thank you. This actually is really nice. And then, of course, I don't know, being able to put Wolfbrother hobbies on there is pretty cool. Wait, I think that's more than the 14 characters, though. I think just Wolfbrother is like filling up most of the the characters there. When that comes,
I switched from devices. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you sound good. Actually, you sound even more crisp
Okay,
and
good.
clear.
Oh, great.
Not that you sounded bad before. It's just like now you sound even more.
Yeah, that's what they'll say.
Yeah, when that comes trigger style, I'll get
That's what they
Hellworks, a Hellworks one. Nice.
I wanted to talk about some of the stuff on Warhammer community, if you're interested.
Yeah, send it over to me, and I'll put it up while you talk about it.
Well, I'm on the main. I'm on the main page.
Okay.
Because I switched the computer.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Tell me when you're there.
We'll do it live. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like fun. Oh, yeah, you're there. I can see the reflection on your computer.
Oh, yeah.
I also have a glass siding on mine. All right. So what I was talking about earlier is breaking fans' protest at Warhammer World. Find out more. Check that out. We partnered with Caliph News to bring you exclusive footage of the demonstration mounted by passionate fans at Warhammer World, the spiritual home of Warhammer hobby. More to come as the story unfolds. I'm ultra mad. Let me tell you, the video is insane. I don't know if I even want to. I mean, I can comment for the people that have seen it. If you haven't seen it, just give me 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm going to do it. All right. I'm just going to give you some time to walk away for 1 minute. If you want to catch this on your own and not get me to the screen. No spoilers. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Here it comes. So people are mad that there are not enough Space Marines. They're playing on the community meme. They're memeing the community, saying that, you know, we always have Ultramarine release. Ultramarine gets all the things. Ultramarine, and they just released a whole bunch of Ultramarine stuff. They say, "I'm mad. There's not enough. There needs." We don't have our things. It is hilarious. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I'm gonna watch it again later. They even have T-shirts with it. I might get the "I'm Ultra Mad" one. I don't know why. I don't even play Space Marines.
I'm watching the lady with the banner that says "I'm Ultra Mad" with the Ultramarines logo.
Yes. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good.
I also like the little old lady who was like, "We are mad."
That's right. And he puts on a helmet. You saw that she puts on the Ultramarine helmets and walk away, which you can't get anymore. I think they sold out. Speaking of sold out, Joy Toy sold out of its big stompy robots, the Titans.
Yeah.
Which I was
massive,
tempted to get a Titan. I'm tempted to get both of them. There's two. There's one from Mars and there's one from Terra.
The end says at least they're self-aware.
Oh my gosh, it's It's hilarious.
Oh crap!
It
Copyrighted
is.
audio. Sorry. Well, we know this video will be taken.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Did you get demonetized? I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, I clicked the link, so it was my bad. But I haven't yet, but I probably will. I can actually probably go in and edit that one part. I always wonder
But,
how reaction channels get away with that stuff when they react to stuff like that. Anyways,
yeah, I never got in trouble by sharing their stuff, honestly. And I've seen other people who reacted to their videos. Yeah, I don't think that's illegal. Because you're saying it's their material. You're not saying it's yours. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. Well,
You're
we'll
not
see.
saying I produced this video, watch me, and it's theirs, you know. You're just saying this video is great. Go to the Warhammer community, check it out for yourself. It's that's what you're saying. So
I may go mute that part. I just after the fact, preemptively. But it is fun. It is a really fun little commercial. Hellwork says rumors are an Ultramarines Codex coming out and a new Gillen. I hope not. I haven't painted the one that I.
a new guild, probably. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, and I haven't painted mine either.
And they definitely shouldn't put a new Gilliman out before they put out a Russ.
Yeah, why would they do? But it is Games Workshop. Oh, okay. I do love the painting showcase that they have on the news for the Warhammer community for Warhammer Quest Dark World. I think that is absolutely stunning. I mean, Angelo de Cello. It's Spanish or Italian. Or Cello. Angelo de Cello. Look at the face of that thing. That is gorgeous. Are you seeing it? I'm sorry. You're not. You're scrolling.
Painted by Catherine.
I'm talking. Go to the homepage. Just click on the Warhammer community homepage.
This one?
And are you there?
Guys? Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at the wider community pledge themselves to
Okay.
Gallius Plus. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry.
Oh, it's all
I
good.
am really excited about this. Warhammer Quest. Now, not to say that I've played Warhammer Quest, but I do own Warhammer Quest. But the first guy on there with the antlers and that wicked smile kind of looks like a mini Papa Nurgle. It really does. Look at
I
that.
can see
That's
it.
what Papa Nurgle, like in the drawings and the paintings, that's what his face kind of looks like super happy and jovial. And
I can see it.
that is so good. So good. And each one of these paint jobs. Look, Sam Lentz got in there. Oh my gosh. I think that's too much rust on the sword, buddy. Come on, Sam. I think it's too much. Or maybe I don't know. I think if there was that much rust, it would deteriorate more. Like maybe cut out pieces.
I don't
of
know.
it.
I've seen pieces like this at a construction yard that are that rusty.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe
Where
I'm
it's just
completely
like
off.
left out in the elements and stuff like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
I
seen
just-
a lot like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to look at his work. Like, look at the body, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
unfreaking real. And the details on everything, every little inch, every brushstroke, you can see it. Oh, it's so delicious. His transitions are just
I'm not sure. delicious
amazing
is
and
the
so
word I
very
use.
realistic. But the sword doesn't have that flair. It looks a little plain compared to everything else, which is absolutely phenomenal. The sword, to me, looks a little plain. It's just the red. It sort of looks like a stippling. And maybe a dry brush. Anyway, sorry, Sam. You can at me. I'm at the miniatures paintbrush. Actually, I'd love to have you on the show. Maybe I'll call you up. No, I won't call you up. That would be too weird. we didn't meet that many times. But a text. See, I'm brazen like that. I just go up and talk to people. Um,
Uh,
Vincenzo Celeste is so good.
Talking about the copyright, the end says you played it pretty low. We're talking over it. So we should be fine. But since it's another YouTube video
Yeah.
on their channel, I wanted to remind you all. I'm sure you're fine. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. 500 worlds. Those Nurgle baddies look awesome. Definitely picking up a copy of Dark Water.
Yeah.
Hellwolves as
Oh my
well.
god. So flipping good. These models are just look like a dream to paint. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. New Maggotkin of Nurgle is coming out for AOS. I love Maggotkin of Nurgle. So I don't know. I just have so much money. My discretionary funds. That is. I only have so much. It's on a limited palette, but I do want them all. It's so crazy. And like those Joy Toy Night Titans, I like them because they're the exact same size as a Warlord Titan. They're lighter than a Warlord Titan.
Oh, for sure.
So you could proxy it as a Warlord Titan. There it is. Dream fulfilled. I get to put one on the table. I would love a plastic Warlord Titan. That's what I want. GW, if you're hearing. You like to be called Warhammer now. Warhammer, if you're... This sounds so weird. GW, if you're hearing. That's phenomenal. I wonder what's going to come out with the Gabo.
I really like this one done by Chris Frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not over the top with the the grossness and like the calcification of the skin actually kind of looks kind of natural and stuff like that. And then like because it's
Yes.
done in a more restrained kind of way, like the flesh tones are like still very normal and fleshy, like all the green, you know, you know, plague energy like really pops. It's really nice. It's a very
I like
nice.
that swirl.
Yeah.
That swirl is gorgeous. They did a
Uh,
really good job. The black tips on the horns. Very good there.
sure.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah.
But these are I think Chris is younger.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Because you see, he definitely has the concept of lighting. He knows where to put the shadows for the muscles. See that? The light transitions over there. He's not doing secondary source lighting, which is interesting because this would be great for that, actually. It would shine through. But as you see there, he's catching just the tops of the pimples on his hand, just the tops, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's really good. The knuckle has a nice little backwards 7 on it, and that just frames the entire knuckle. Like it would not look as good if it didn't have that little 7 in there. And things like that is what you have to look out for when it comes to light. So he really does a great job with lighting here. Yeah, really. And you could tell it's not airbrush. This is all paint. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's a lot of time and work. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my. Yeah, a lot of great artists. I like to showcase them because, they work so hard to get to where they're at,
Yeah.
And people don't realize like they'll be painting for years to get to that level. And every time they paint, they improve. They try to improve. And that's the philosophy of a competition painter. Like I've heard it before. It's not my words. I'm just amplifying the noise, so to speak.
Oh, hey,
But
Joe
yeah.
Chess.
What's that?
I said, oh, hey, Jewel Knight Jess. I follow her.
Oh, Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. How do you know her?
I mean, I've seen her work on Instagram and follow her Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Not like actually like know her.
Oh.
It's just cool
Vincent
seeing it.
Notley just contrast painted everything. I love the Sam Lins one. It's I have to say that's my favorite. The only thing is the sword. It was a heavy ruster. But everything else is just beyond my capability. And Angelo Di Cello is also, you can see it's all greenish cold colors. It's just a single color palette, the greens and the cold. I mean, the green's a little bit warm, and there's a hint of warm on the pustules, as well as the blood, but it's very, very faint. Very faint.
And
Anywho.
I
Mhm.
feel like the fact that they managed to pull out that much character in the facial expression is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, that is super. It reminds me of like a bloated Joker or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it's so crazy.
And then
Uh,
the one for Vincenzo Celeste
mhm.
reminds me of the evil clown guy from Spawn.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, definitely vibing that. Love Spawn.
Yeah, Spawn is cool.
Uh,
Some really sweet work there. Paints or hipster uses a lot of contrast paints as well. Okay. Uh, let's see. Honestly, think they went full ball sack on those models. The paint jobs are just stunning and more artful than the average box arts. Absolutely, almost photorealistic but subdued. Agreed.
yeah, ethereal.
Nurgle Chaos Guard, not Poxwalkers, but Nurgle claimed. I want to do Ogrins, tanks, guard models, the whole kits. That'd be cool.
Mm. Uh, Anyhowzers, this is great. I wanted to share the I am ultra mad. That's so funny. And what are you excited about, chat? Is there any releases that are coming out that you're excited about? I want Magakin and Nurgle. I do, and I don't think I should buy any more minis. It's so difficult for me.
I think between all the oh, not more videos. I think between all the Ultramarine stuff that's recently come out and the Space Wolf stuff that's come out, I don't really think there's anything that I'm looking forward to upcoming for a while.
Well, I mean, isn't 11th edition coming out this summer?
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
that's their 3-year release cycle.
Yep.
So they're going to be quiet on 40K for a while, I think. Then they're going to start ramping up, and it's going to be nothing but 40K.
I don't know if they'll be quiet necessarily, just because they tend to do an end of the edition campaign, which in this case looks
Well,
like
yeah.
500 worlds. So,
Yeah. And that's when they're going to release Russ.
it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Definitely should be Rust before another Gilliman, that's for sure.
I mean, the question is it Wolf time? Or is it Miller time?
Well, I mean, if it's Wolf time, you got to break out the beer.
The
Five
mead.
500 Worlds drops in December. That's true, and you say more rumors for March. That is true, but also remember, like the last couple end edition campaigns have been 3-parters. And
That's
so,
right.
Pariah Nexus was like that.
Hmm.
What was it? There was the Gathering Storm for when Gilliman came out. That
That's
was
right.
like that. So
Yeah.
I imagine December will be the start, and then there'll be 2 more campaign packs, and then we'll go into, the summer of edition change. And I'm praying it is a soft reset for 11th edition, and everybody doesn't need to throw away their codexes, at the end. But we'll see. Because I really enjoyed from 8th to 9th, everything was still viable. You could still use and take everything. And then, of course, from 7th to 8th and 9th to 10th, those were hard
Yeah.
resets where you had
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
basically throw everything out and start over. I'm really praying for another soft reset.
Well, I mean, hopefully I can get a game of 10th edition and before 10th edition is over.
Hopefully so. Oh man, I got sidetracked earlier, and I didn't actually talk about what I learned from the game
Mm.
earlier. And one of the things, and I'm sure part of this is just that, I mean, not have, like, I was playing Beast Slayer because I love the fact that melee wolves can be anti-vehicle again. Because they lost a lot of that punch going from, 9th to 10th, where cavalry and stuff used to be able to lay damage onto vehicles and stuff. So I like that in Beast Slayer they are an anti-vehicle threat again. And I learned that one of the places they really struggle now is against elite infantry. Both the new Wolfguard Terminators and the Wolfen with Thunderhammers struggled against the Ogren because they're toughness 6.
Mm.
Space Wolf weapons are mostly strength 5. Now, in the case of the Wolfen, they have anti-vehicle, anti-monster 3+, so if you're hitting a vehicle, they can still do damage.
Mm.
And, of course, with both of them, they have lethal hits against vehicles if you're in Beastmaster. So normally, I don't feel that lack of punch, but then when I ran into toughness 6, higher toughness things that weren't vehicles, I really felt like they stayed in combat for a while. The only reason I managed to have the Terminators chew through a big squad of Ogren, or a squad of Ogren, is because Aryak was leading them, and Aryak has some just nice all around damage, and he had
Yeah.
the strength 8, not the strength 5. The rumors are saying Ultramarines, Eldar Corsairs, and Chaos Renegades, Red Corsairs. So the new the new Ultramarine Codex is supposed to be good from 10th to 11th. We shall see. That'll be interesting if Ultramarines get their own Codex supplement. I imagine they're going to get so much hate. But they do have more characters than any other Codex compliant book, so I could see where they were like, give them their own supplement because they have so many characters. Because it's kind of one of the reasons why Space Wolves have to have their own supplement. And now they also have their own unit in the Victrix Guard, so now they have their own characters and their own unit. So you're right, they could be paving the way for their own supplement.
Mm.
But I know that's going to upset some Salamanders and Imperial Fists and, some of the others. Iron Hands, you never really hear any complaints from. Well, brother, are there any other articles you wanted to talk about, or are you ready to call it a night? I know it's like 1:30 where you are.
Yeah, it's about that. No, I can call it. I'm gonna keep working on more Spice Marines. Hopefully I can get it done. 30 doesn't sound like too bad. The most I can get done a day, if I focus, would be 5.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm definitely going to be trying to fit in some painting tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I'm going to make a go of these Terminators, see how far I can get on them.
I want to see them, man. I'm excited.
You may have already mentioned, but did you get anything hobby related for Black Friday? Not specifically for Black Friday, but this week, Brother Rob picked up some Emperor's Children goodness.
Yep, Army Box, Battle Force, and Combat Patrol. And then I picked up some Seraphon, the Army Box, the Vanguard box set, and I think that's it because I already have a different Vanguard box set as well. So that's what I picked up.
The end says nice and more hobby tools than models from Hellworks. And then myself, hobby wise, so I didn't do any Black Friday shopping, but for my birthday, my wife gifted me Kato Sicarius. So I have some more to add to my Ultramarines. And then I got a load of hobby goodies from Brother Rob, including some sweet basing materials here, some new paints, bloop, some sub-assembly stands that I have seen advertised on his tutorials before.
Well worn.
Yeah, and some other amazing hobby goodness, including, I think I already put them back in their box, some God hand clippers, some of the, I've been using the medium viscous glue for a while, and he's been telling me about the Loctite super gel, so I'm going to be trying some of that out. So yeah, I got a plethora of hobby things this week.
Yeah, and it's your birthday. You wanna play that video one more time, and I'll shut up.
Yes, and my beautiful wife did get me a birthday message from one of my favorite games of all time is Baldur's Gate 3. My favorite character of Baldur's Gate 3 is Lae'zel, and I got an awesome birthday message from Lae'zel from my wife that she played for me at midnight because she was so excited. Let me pull that up again real quick. Do do do. Okay, we're gonna go articles and art.
Well, greetings to you, Mythos. It's me, Lae'zel of Kreshkalir, come to wish you a most happy and auspicious day of your birth, since I have heard from your lovely wife, Tiffany, that today is this Ishtik custom of celebrating birthdays. Now, you and I have been on many adventures, Mythos, and I'm happy to hear and see that you are no Ishtik, though many exist on this plane. And so, it is my pleasure and honor to wish you this most happiest of birthdays. Perhaps you will be opening birthday presents and cards and eating, what is it you people eat? Ah, yes, birthday cake. But most of all, Mythos, I hope that you earn yourself a silver sword, perhaps a ride atop a red dragon, and most of all go on many more adventures with me, Lae'zel of Kreshkalir, in this Baldur's Gate 3. And, well, last but certainly not least, remember to stay frosty. I do not know what a reference this is, Mythos, but perhaps it'll serve us well on our adventures to come. So remember, from one fierce Githyanki to another, skva!
That's so cool. I'm so
Yeah.
stoked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Hellwork says Loctite is his go-to as well. And then I think we're talking about the Kato Sicarius. Hellwork says, I want to see what you do with yours compared to mine, Mythos. I will probably assemble it like in the box and paint it up in my color scheme. I know you're doing some heavy customization on yours. Thank you, gents. They say that's awesome. I'm super stoked. Like I said, Lae'zel's my favorite character, and to have straight from the voice actress in character, that's just such a neat thing. If you
That
guys
is cool.
ever want to do a kind of voice message like that for somebody special in your life, the service she used is called Cameo. You can find online different voice actors and some other types of celebrities too, TV show people, personnel, like I said, video games, stuff like that. You can find a ton of different kinds of famous personalities on there that are willing to do video services like that, for like little video messages and stuff. So, yeah, feel free to check that out.
It's awesome.
You're awesome. All right, guys. I have an early morning hanging out with Darklight Dreamer in the morning. And I want to make sure I get some painting in before the family Thanksgiving on Sunday. So, Brother Rob, any closing messages for these beautiful people here?
Simply that if you ever feel overwhelmed and you say, I can't do that, it just takes time and practice. And if you're willing to do it, you can achieve anything.
That is a great, great reminder. I have, personally, I have found myself guilty of many a times, and I think hobby painting may be one of the things I've stuck with the longest. Because I have been guilty many times in the past. If I'm not good at something within 2 weeks, I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this has been one of the things I've really stuck with the longest, and I have definitely seen some great growth. I always tell people that this truly is one of those hobbies where you can really see the old saying that practice makes improvement, and you can see your own growth. Like, really see it the more you do it. So, yeah. Everything he's telling you is absolutely legitimate. Have a great night, happy holidays, and happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you so much, Thien. Minute Wormut says, you all have a great weekend. I will be creating my next solo RPG video. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And thanks to Brother Rob for hanging out with me, as always.
Always a pleasure.
If you guys like tonight's video, please make sure that you grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be part of any of tonight's ridiculous or oddly rambling conversations tonight, especially for me and my storytelling self. If you guys are not yet subscribed to this guy over there, myself, or any of our friends down in the link tree below, the Friends of Wolfbrother Hobbies, then we would love to have you as part of the pack, part of this hobby family here at Wolfbrother Hobbies. So subscribe. Until next time, guys.
Stay frosty.